Where are my chatfish? They're hiding in the bucket. Yep, that's you, little guys. Welcome to the stream chat. New code has been set up, so if you see any weird bugs with the guest overlay, you'll have to let me know. We've been doing some updates to it. We also updated the model. It wasn't anything to do with the model, but it was OBS, so it's now more receptive and more fast and more like instant or something. I don't know, but it should look smoother and stuff. So yeah, bunch of upgrades, people upgrades. Thanks to Bonobo and El Binsco. Binsco. Ooh, it's like a little soda can. Binsco's.
It would have been done quicker, chat, but Kibbs was the bottleneck.
Wow, I had to get groceries. So yeah, it was a little slow. And it's also Indio's fault too. It's Indio's fault because we wouldn't have had to do that code upgrade if he had, been slower, but he had to get his art done on time for a change. So that's his fault.
Yeah. Curious, chat. He heard he could inconvenience Kibbs, and so suddenly his work ethic increased.
Forgot to close my emails. There we go. Now they're closed. Chat meow. Woo woo. All right, chat. Are you ready for whatever it is I do on this channel? Yeah, that's right. We talk about stuff. Like, yeah, Tom's Hardware, my favorite.
I wish I could see.
Oh, for God's sake. Biggest crybaby moments here on the Bunchcast. Where's all the other Bunchcast guests, you ask? Well, you see, I killed them. So, today, Sony-led program offers PS5 rentals starting at $13.50 a month in the UK across 12, 24, or 36-month leases. Console has to be returned at the end of the contract. What do you think?
I think they're gonna lose a bunch of consoles.
I think this specifically, in my opinion, by the way, is the final signs of the death of consoles, by the way. Like, this is funny. Renting consoles. Oh my god. That is hilarious, chat. That is absolutely hilarious. Renting consoles. Like, can you say it's Jover, or can we say it's Jover? Oh my god. Like, if you had told me this was gonna happen, free PS5, so he just grabbed one and runs. Yeah, like, okay, I don't know if people like steal them. I mean, obviously people have. That happens with rental
I
things.
mean, that happens with any rental thing.
Yeah.
They get stolen. Some are gonna get just stolen.
Yep. But the big thing about quote unquote rentals is that, again, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, you're gonna rent a PS5. Hear me out, right? The PS5, because it requires online connection and you have to have your like accounts and data and stuff like stored on there. How much you want to bet these rental things is going to lead to massive data breaches, and not massive data breaches for like tons of people, but like for individuals, right? Data breaches for individuals and their personal privacy and their personal information because they use the PS5 for that. You know, forgot to remove all the credentials, forgot to put in a password and stuff like that. Their credit card's still on there, stuff like that, information. And so, like, all I can see this leading to is a series of issues with that, which will culminate in negative PR, which will culminate in, well, not culminate, which will lead to the death of this whole initiative. The idea of rental consoles is not only absurd, but it's stupid. All right? Like, there's a couple cases where I could be like, okay, public use-based, like, entertainment could be functional. For instance, let's say there's like a gaming arcade, right? And at that arcade, you like log into an arcade account or whatever, and you can play on the PS5 in the arcade with other PS5s in the arcade, and like there's like fighty games or whatever, right? Or something like that, like an arcade store, right? Arcade. That might work, but even then, that went the way of the dodo as is. Because like the last arcade I know of is the roller skating place in like St. Cloud area. That's the last one, or Dave and Buster's somewhere. There's a Dave and Buster's somewhere. It's like a billion miles away. But either way, like, that's like the two arcades I can think of that are even like functional for public stuff, right? Now you could be like, here's what, nobody's gonna go there. That's for like a social gathering thing. Well, okay, but like you're gonna tell me you want to rent a PlayStation 5? Like, what is the benefit, right? What is the purpose for this? oh, PlayStation 5s are so expensive. It's so much cheaper to rent it, for, $13.50 a month, adverse to paying, like that. Like, theoretically, even if you rented it for, like, a year, the total wouldn't equivocate to even close to being, the base cost of the console, which is like $500, $400, right? It'd only be like 120 or so, or 160 or something. I don't know. Math is hard for me. But even so, who the fuck wants to do that? Like, cumulatively, like, renting, you want another fucking subscription service on top of the 60 other billion subscription services we have to deal with on a regular basis? I'm gonna subscribe to own my PC, to rent my PC. Hello, Jeff Bezos. Like, no, this is just dumb. This is absolutely stupid, chat. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to rent consoles. And those that do are the most, what's the word I can say for YouTube? Are the most low IQ people probably to date. Who the fuck would rent this? Like, what? Used. Oh, I hope there's no, like, thing in here to store my data.
It's gonna even be worse than that, Kibbs. You're gonna rent your PlayStation. Also, stream still paused. You're gonna rent your PlayStation. You're gonna set up your account. You're gonna have your phone with it, and then you're gonna return it. And then someone else is gonna rent it, and they didn't bother to wipe your data beforehand, so now they just have your account and everything.
They're like, oh, cool, I'll be buying God of War 7 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm gonna also subscribe to uh some weird service or something. I don't know, like, let me just open up Amazon Prime. I'm just gonna order some, blocks of cheese. Just, okay, here we go. Yeah, no, like, it's just dumb. This whole console charade thing of renting consoles is absolutely retarded. And the fact that's happening in Britain, like, oh my god, chat, I'm so sorry. Like, it so happens that Britain has been the source of all the bad things, and like, news-wise, for like a good while now. And I hate to say it again, but like, damn, Britain, like, rip. They just keep getting fucked. Oh, that sucks. We should annex them. We need to annex you to help you. Like, this rental console stuff. Oh my god. Let's, you know what? Out of morbid curiosity, let's hear the argumentation, right? Play has no limits, except if you're trying to buy a console, amidst the dire wastelands of the tech industry. Sony has decided that enjoying its PlayStation 5 console should remain its top priority. Instead of lowering its prices and making it more affordable, we have decided to refuse to do that and try to milk it for every ounce of money we can. Even if you can't pay for one outright, the company will now lease it to you every month with recurring payments. Like, yeah, no, this right here is the sign of it going tits up. They do not give a shit about you. Do you think this corporation gives two shits about you? No. You know what they care about? Your money. Like when it comes to most corporations, they don't care about like woke shit. They don't care about like, right-leaning shit. They just want one thing. And if they think they can get more money by doing something, they'll do it. They always do. Because they're greedy little shits. And it's exactly what they're doing here. Like, their console is dying. No one's buying it, right? Imagine Sony in like the PS2 era. Like, oh, it's time for you to start renting consoles. Like, dude, they didn't need to. They didn't have to. Everybody and their grandma wanted a fucking goddamn PS2. PS2 is one of the most sold consoles in history. I think it still is. Yeah, it's like insane.
Definitely up there.
PS2
I'll
is like,
Google it quick.
I'm pretty sure the PS2 is still king. Like, it was so insane that the Iraqi government back in the Iraq war was using the PS2 to like do stuff just to maintain their shitty nation because it was cheaper than getting a PC.
So according to Wikipedia here, the top selling is PlayStation 2 with over 160 million sold, with the Nintendo Switch being in second, close second, with 155.37 million.
So the PS2 is king.
Yeah.
It is just king. It still is the king, even after all these years. There hasn't been a console. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think anything will ever eclipse the PS2. I think the PS2 is literally the most sold console and will always be the most sold console in the history of ever. because the age of the console is over, and so the PS2 is going to go down in legend being the #1 console of its era, back when consoles were relevant. So yeah,
I know an easy way that a company could proclaim they have more sales.
how's that, Shumpa?
Uh, ship one to every resident of India and proclaim it as a sale.
My God. Genghis joins $5 and says, "Does England control any significant oil reserves? Maybe Operation English Freedom is in order." No, not really. I think the Norwegians own that. The clams, Boulder's choice, #sour. I mean, maybe they own oil in the sense that they're all oily. I don't know. Is that a stereotype for British people being oily? No, I think that's more of a Greek thing.
I've not heard of
I
that
think
one.
that's more of a Greek thing. Or maybe Italian, greaseballs.
But Kibbs, stream paused.
I streamed it. Ah, good. It's not that the stream's paused, it's that OBS is shit. I understand what's happening. I understand. Because of
Boulder says Resident Evil 5. Yes, good.
good Boulder.
Resident Evil 5 is less than $90 away, chat. $89.25.
Good. The PS2 cost the same as a DVD player when it first came out. Yes, which made
That
it
did help it.
that was actually genius for the time, because way back when, chat, when DVDs were still a thing, like movie DVDs, before like Blu-ray or all that other more advanced stuff that we have nowadays, like DVD was the big thing, and the PS2 could also play movies, and not only could it play movies, you could also, I think you could put music discs in it to play it with that as well, and you could also put in, video games and stuff. So it was also completely backwards compatible with the PS1 as well. Like, it's genuinely just one of those machines. Like, I'm looking at mine right there, which for some reason is on. I don't know how long that's been there on, but that's okay. I see a green light. All right, interesting. We'll have to turn that off in a second. But
Rip.
how
It's
many
never been turned off.
weeks has that been on? But yeah, so these things are not only robust, they last for fucking like ever, and not only they're robust, but they're just so versatile for entertainment of its era, right? Like, nothing came close. The Xbox 360, tried, and the PS3 tried, but nothing came close due to the plug and play featureability of the PS2. Like, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 did have plug and play technically, for the most part, because the discs contained updates to update your console if you were behind and stuff like that. But like, for the most part, it was entirely reliant on like needing some sort of updates occasionally and stuff like that for software updates. Versus the PS2 and the way it was made, it was just shipped the way it was, and that's it. And there was no need to update it at all. It had the ability to have online play, it had the ability to play movies, it had the ability to play music, and it could also play video games. And not only that, but it's also a very compact system. And I'm not talking about the slim version, I'm talking about the bigger, blocky version. It's relatively compact and easy to bring with you on a road trip. And I know because we brought it everywhere on road trips. Like, back when my dad and I went on like these Porsche car shows and stuff to show off my dad's 914 to enter for these like tournaments for like shows. Um, the console I always would bring with me usually was the PS2, because A, it's tiny, it's light, it's compact. Then you get one of those little disc carriers or whatever they call it, like a little black bag. You put like 32 discs or like 42 discs in that bag, and then you got movies, you got games, you got everything on the go. And then you could plug this thing into your car with that little car converter charger thing, and there's a little TV screen thing attachment for the PS2. Like, I'm not kidding you, chat. Like, it's insane. Like, I remember playing the PS2 on like while driving. I remember playing Battlefront 2 while driving across Utah. While my dad was driving. I was like, 6 or 8 at the time, right? And I remember playing like games like that, or playing like whatever the fuck it was, like on that little fucking tiny ass screen. So like, again, the versatility was amazing, because technically it was kind of like before the Switch or the Steam Deck was a thing. It's a very interesting period in time in game development, because they hadn't quite reached that stage. The Game Boy SP was still amazing in my opinion. Still my favorite handheld next to the DS. But the SP was amazing because you could just slide it in your pocket as a little kid and it would just fit in your pocket. So you could just bring it to school, take it with you on the playground, and then play with other kids on the playground with your SP. It was amazing. The Game Boy was truly a remarkable machine. But now it's phones. What a sad thing. We'll never see that. I know perhaps I lament about the technology factor because I find the engineering and the ingenious nature of these designs so fascinating because they're so well thought out, so clever. But now everything's just a phone. Everything's like lazy now. Back then it was all like you had to be clever about designing things and getting things to work a certain way.
So what I'm hearing is hardware advancing made game developers lazy.
Actually, in a way, yeah. A lot of them had to be very clever. And the games that were engineered for the SP and stuff like that also had to be clever with the designs. Especially the first person ones, which are terrible. But they had to like explore things so the thing couldn't run like 2D. Like these limitations led to interesting innovations in game development as a whole, as well as like techniques that are no longer in practice anymore because there's no need to. But because they're no longer in practice, that engineering and that mindset of being very careful to engineer a game very well is gone, right? Great example of this, Warcraft 3. Good citation that, or StarCraft 1, whichever one you prefer. It doesn't really matter. Warcraft 3, I'll use that one because it's a good example. Came out in like 2003 or 2002 or something. Awesome game. And it was very well designed because it was designed with the intention like, okay, we're going to build the entire game with this level editor. The level editor is super robust. And you can make mini games and entire games with it. And it literally spawned fucking goddamn genres. Like, the MOBA genre was spawned from it.
Wasn't Doom extremely innovative, given that it wasn't actually a 3D game?
Yes, Doom as well. And other games built on top of Doom, like Star Wars Dark Forces was a Doom clone, but then built on top of the same formula, but was able to figure a technique to have it so you could go underneath buildings. Because again, neither game is 3D, by the way. But they had figured out a way for there to be ways to go underneath and have multiple floors in a building. Because in Doom 1, you couldn't do that. And then they figured out how to do it in Dark Forces, and it's just like, oh my god, the technical like engineering that they had to come up with, or not technical, but like programmatical, maybe is the word I should be using. Technical might be applicable.
And now developers don't even know how to optimize.
Now developers don't even know how to optimize. File sizes are bloated. That's why I like this is all tangentially connected to like the PS5 thing, but it's like one of those like things where it's all
What is that abomination in the bottom left?
What are you talking about? What?
That picture.
What picture?
The play has limits picture.
That's bottom left. Oh, that's the little PlayStation 5 thingy. That's the little
I hate it.
Handheld thingy. I don't know.
I hate it.
It does look quite cursed. Built on Doom, says Chatfish.
Oh, so is it supposed to be play has no limits, but it's just play has limits?
No. Half-Life was not built on Doom. It was built on the Quake engine, if I remember right, or modified.
Yep. Original Half-Life is Quake.
The Quake engine is a beautiful thing, by the way. Absolutely. id Software and id Tech is just.
And then eventually Valve went back and released Half-Life on the Source engine.
That was
which is why we got Half-Life Source.
Really bad. Like, that's really bad.
What? You don't like the Source engine?
Half-Life Source was was Half-Life's actual bad, or Valve's first bad game. Because like one of their only real bad games, because it was so lazy. Like they just like put it in the Source engine, but did very little effort to actually make it feel good or like handle things better. And so it's just the worst way to play Half-Life 1, in my opinion.
I don't think I've ever played non-Source Half-Life.
What the fuck? Why the fuck would you play Half-Life Source, you sick fuck? Oh my god, no! No! Get the spritz bottle.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shut your little mouth. Disgusting. What the... I will not hear this heathen. This fucking heathen. This heretic. Oh my god, Half-Life Source. It wasn't bad. Oh my god.
Good point, Star. It says play has UK limits. Good point.
Got him. Destroyed. Fuck no. Choomba, you need to go back and play Half-Life 1 the way it was meant to be played.
I don't think I have it.
Oh! Oh, oh. It should be in everyone's Steam library. It's minimum required.
I have Half-Life.
Yeah, that is
But
Half-Life.
isn't that Source?
No. Oh, you're stupid. You didn't play Half-Life Source.
Pretty sure I played Half-Life Source.
No, you didn't. You're too much of a tourist.
Pretty damn sure I've played Half-Life.
Yeah, you played
Source.
Half-Life 1. Okay, good. Because you would not be saying what you said if you played Half-Life Source. Half-Life Source is just ass. Like, it just doesn't work well. It looks ass. Like, I don't even want to... Oh, fuck, I'll bring it up for you.
Half-Life Source. I'm pretty sure I played this.
No,
Maybe not.
You haven't, bitch. Did they remove it from the Steam store? I wouldn't even be fucking surprised.
I vaguely recall seeing Source on the splash screen.
Half-Life Source. No, you didn't. You didn't, bitch. And that's the most important part. And I'm gonna be mean to you. Oh, Deathmatch Source. Oh, disgusting.
Deathmatch was great. Fuck off.
No, Deathmatch Source, you deaf fuck.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my god, he's so goddamn tarded. Whatever.
Yeah, I played the shit out with friends.
It was not good. I did not know there's so much Half-Life stuff. Oh my god.
Okay, well, what the fuck are some of those? Some of those do not look like
some of these are mods.
Actual Half-Life.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I've never even like looked up Half-Life because I own it. Like I don't need to.
No. That was a demo? Neat.
Yeah.
Entirely necessary because they gave out Half-Life 2 for free at one point.
Well, that was before then. Let's see. Oh my god. Well, that's enough of that. That's enough autism for one lifespan. Make Chumba played on a 133 megahertz Pentium with a i7 17-inch screen, the way it's meant to be played. Yeah, you're boxing. Hi, Fuzzy, says Chatfish. Oh, Fuzzy's here,
My colleague
Fuzzy.
Chair says never played Half-Life.
Have you ever played Half-Life Source, Fuzzy?
Yes.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of those old games, I have more fond memories of Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 1 is all right. It's old, right? But Half-Life Source is terrible. Because Half-Life Source is just Half-Life 1 ported into the Source engine, and it's lazy. And it's shit. I'm sorry. Chumpa fucking made me mad, Chad. I had to fucking yell at him. Like, he wasn't allowed to have a bad opinion about that. Like, I'll tolerate your opinions sometimes, but not when it comes to
I also played the shit out of Half-Life 2 Deathmatch.
I didn't. My only thing I remember from Source games is seeing sprays of lewd sprays and lewd animated sprays, and that's where I learned what sounding was, and that's also how I learned about a lot of like the female anatomy. Oh my god! Because I was like, "What?" Like little kid was just like shocked, Pikachu facing. It's like that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
Gibbs, it was Source I played.
All right, you're going to hell. Now we're moving on because I don't want to talk about it anymore because I hate Half-Life Source.
I never played the original.
Lenovo stockpiled enough RAM for 2026. It's still raising PC prices. Well, yeah, because despite having stocked RAM like in advance, it still doesn't matter because the demand is so high. So people are going to skyrocket for their shit. But they tried to basically stockpile beforehand before the AI explosion thingy, and it's still affecting them too. Like I told you, chat, when it comes to the AI crap, it's just gonna get worse. So that you're like I'm sorry, I just laugh at the thought of it. So that like people in India, like it's so funny to me because the people that are suffering from the AI stuff is not like it's the people that don't like, how do I put it, that don't consume these products, right? So Europeans are suffering, Japanese and like developed countries, right? But undeveloped countries like India, like they're using AI more than like anybody else for like the most weird slop I've ever seen in my life, and it's just so funny to me.
My favorite things
that we're paying so much money for them to use our stuff.
is I see posts occasionally from accounts in Africa saying the most insane shit and using AI to generate images, and people believe it.
Yep.
Like, oh, man who was caught cheating his legs turned into hyena legs. It's like, what?
Yeah. And that's, by the way, that's why RAM's going up. How does it make you feel, chat? Okay, woohoo! Simple. Block third world countries from AI usage. Here's the issue. Pie sig. You and I might think that's a good idea, but the people in charge, they don't care.
They just go, money.
Our problems are our problems, and so they don't give a shit.
Also, chat, my favorite AI startup story was that one that got shut down because it turned out their entire AI was just several thousand Indians in an office pretending to be AI when people would keep querying it.
Oh my god, like Corey, like, so like, oh my god, imagine somebody trying to ERP with one. And it was like, oh no. Like the big bags under fucking Abdul's eyes as he's
It was
like,
just people. They just had so many people just pretending to be AI.
like it's like, hello,
Yeah,
user, how can I help you?
Like,
And
wow,
then
your
the
AI is really slow.
No,
It's
no,
like,
imagine this, right? So Abdul's at his computer, right? And he's typing, like, hello, user, how may I help you today? And the user's typing, and then his response, ooh, nuzzles you. And, like, just imagine his eyes, right? As the bags, like, visibly sag. He's got a role play with him.
you just really wish you could have trolled one of those people, could you, Kibbs?
I don't want to type that shit, but, like, I just find it incredibly funny.
and yet he types it all the time, chat. Curious.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Have to clean up documents, have to delete all the ooh-woos. And
Uwu nuzzles you, and he's
just
like,
spread throughout whatever he writes stuff.
Abdul's like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Paid? They're indentured,
Oh
motherfucker.
fuck, he's got an ERP for free.
A lot of those scam call centers, like, yeah, no, they aren't getting paid. They get taken out back if they cause problems.
God damn. But yeah, so like that's just fucking funny and also sad, and not because you made it sad now, but because it was funnier. All right, so let's see. Next up, unless you have
Most
anything to
people
add
aren't
about
innocent.
Lenovo, but yeah, basically stockpiling RAMs didn't matter.
No, the
Because they're
entire
getting
RAM
purchased.
shortage is 100% just manufacture them trying to manipulate the market. It's always has been.
Yep. Because the
And
thing
it's
is,
gonna eventually fail because RAM production is now ramping up, even in the U.S. Like all in other countries, they're building more facilities to make it. So their endeavor to control the market and just jack up prices is gonna backfire in the long run really bad because now we're gonna end up with a surplus.
yep.
Yes.
Once the more facilities, start producing.
Yeah, and these foreign countries that control a lot of this manufacturing, there is one colossal problem with especially a lot of these East Asian countries that have a lot of this manufacturing. The tech to build these manufacturing plants is controlled by the Netherlands and by the West by and large. In fact, I think we're the only ones capable of making the machines to build these high-end manufacturing. The only reason we don't have it is due to the fact that red tape makes it that you can't afford it, considering how horrifically expensive these fabrication machines are. So, and a lot of them are waking up. A lot of waking up to it and realize, hey, we need to actually diversify these supply chains. It's like this is not going to last forever. There is light at the end of the tunnel.
You're gonna have to start
Yes.
producing for us. I mean, what you might see when the bubble bursts, though, is you might see RAM prices like drop because the market will be flooded with all this crap. But the problem is that are these RAM like things going to be compatible
That
with
actually
our
happened in
hardware?
the past.
You said that have graphics cards for a time where once the crypto craze settled down quite a bit, you saw all these used up, abused graphics cards that flooded the market. And a lot of the crypto people realized, oh god, how do I make up all this money back that I
I
spent?
mean, yeah, a thing happened with the RAM in the past as well. That's why RAM for such a long time was so cheap.
It was actually
But
quite
also, you
stable for a
reminded me,
while.
Fuzzy, of Chinese propaganda.
How so?
Well, China gloats about their industry and how productive they are, and the vast majority, actually, if not all, of their major production stuff is Western countries coming in and creating the like their import machinery, and then it's run by specialists that they hire from Western countries.
Yes, because ironically, we're the industrious ones, or at least our cultures are. And one thing you also find funny, a lot of people like to cite China's steel industry, bit off topic, but this is a quick one. If you actually look at the numbers, 90% of that, or some huge percentage of that, is just for their ghost cities. So they're inflating the numbers. This is
Nice,
why in the long
understand.
run, in the long run, we have nothing to worry about. And we also have other articles to show there's light at the end of this AI bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
nothing to
yeah.
add to the Lenovo story, if that's what you're referring to.
I think when it comes to the Lenovo thing, they tried to stockpile RAM. Lenovo tried to prepare, but the issue is that their RAM stock was never gonna last. That's why they're raising their prices. The demand is too high, and they're worried that they're gonna lose all their stock, and I think they are. You know what I mean? Because they are raising their prices despite having claimed they've stockpiled, which means while they did claim they stockpiled, they don't have enough. The price increases stem from surging memory costs. Yeah, because again, they're actually burning through their stock faster, I think, than they can actually raise keep the price at where it is. And so regardless, the new PCs that are entering production that they have to produce are going to need to still be maintained because that stockpile of PCs they have is basically depleting fast. So they're going to have to basically end up buying more RAM. And as they have to buy more RAM, it's going to raise the cost of everything else. This decision affects consumers planning PC purchases have to reflect. I mean, most of these PCs, to be honest, Lenovo is not known for gaming. At least not that I'm aware of. Lenovo's...
They do have a...
Go ahead.
Yeah, they do have a brand. They do have a branch, but let's face it, nobody buys PCs for gaming PCs from Lenovo. They're not that good at it. They're more for enterprise and business end computers and and just casual home computers.
Yep, their computers. I had a little Lenovo. It's literally, in my Lenovo over there. Actually, that's an Asus. Never mind. Well, I had a Lenovo and I used it for taxes, and that was it. And that's what I use for business. Like, if you buy one of these little laptops, they're just for business stuff. You don't use it for entertainment or anything. Just business stuff, and that's all it does. Like, Excels and shit. That's all it's good for. And the fact that they're suffering from the RAM thing is kind of interesting, because it means, like, okay, even, like, the little guys are getting it. What?
I finally found a official thing from the Steam machine stuff I was trying to find out before.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and post it, and we'll look at it later. Now, next subject, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Here's a trailer from an upcoming Vigima game called War Robots Frontiers. Heartbreak story trailer. I have no idea anything about this game, but I'm going to occasionally take a look at games coming up because we need to see what the market's producing. So let's see what it's about.
Another night. Another bar. I'm exhausted. Another bounty, they say. Yeah, I must be popular.
Is this like porn music?
Hey, look, that's
It looks
Sora.
very AI.
There's a big bounty on her. Hand her over and we're rich. Enough cash to leave
There's
this
a
whole
big
system
bounty. It
behind.
looks like AI, doesn't it?
Say hello.
It does.
It looks not real.
It's even got the like yellowish filter.
The dislikes are pretty high. This whole thing looks really off. Way to
those
kill all
animations.
interest in the game with that Souls AI cutscene. It's AI, yeah, because it looks bad. I'm like
It
looking at
is
this
AI.
and it
It's
looks.
got the AI art style.
Yeah, no, it's.
I feel really bad for the person that they primarily stole from for this style.
Yeah, this looks not good.
Up close.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Would you look at that?
Hey, baby, how about we grab a drink together? Maybe then we
It's
won't
so
tell anyone
generic.
about you
Oh my god, help
and
me.
the bounty.
I'm so tired of this.
Yeah,
They
because look how the
really
art
think
style
I'm weak.
changes between
Don't
scenes.
lay your hands on me, you pig.
Ah!
Hey, you asked for this.
What is voice acting?
This
It's
is
AI
so
too.
This is
AI,
AI.
it's painful.
Hold on.
They
Go back
brought
to
this
that
on
punch.
themselves.
No, I don't want to. It's so bad.
Like
Yes,
this
we're
stuff,
watching
his
that
face
again.
is different, by the way.
Yeah,
I
look
like
at
how
that.
the
That's
music
AI.
stopped. No, we already know it is.
They brought this on
I don't need to prove it. Like
A
it.
woman like
it's
that deserves a
bad.
very
But we had to
different
watch that a
approach.
second time because that was
Strength
painful.
isn't in words. It's in what you do.
It's in what you do.
This writing is awful.
I think this game is dead. Dead on arrival for that. This was a mobile game or something. Looks kind of like a mobile
Now
game.
that's an offer that actually interests me.
That's what they look like now, by the way. Is it meant for PC? No, it is. God damn. It looks like a mobile game. That's not good.
My.games. Like, oh, this is a Chinese thing, isn't it?
Yup.
Let me look it up.
Ugh.
Or about Frontiers.
Look at the bounty on her. Like, oh, that was so cringe.
I swear they used AI for the writing also.
Trailer with AI obviously made AI pathetic. Mary Sue the game. Okay, that's maybe. I don't know. Like, who cares at this point, my dude? Like, this shit looks so slop. Oh my god,
Remember
that's
to leave a
trash.
like, Gibbs.
Yeah, I'll do my part.
I like how her outfit like changes so drastically in that scene from before.
They try to have like ass shots. Yeah, the tattoo color changes. Oh no, and the tattoos
There's
are
no
different.
consistency between scenes, really. Should we put a bounty on Kip, says Jano?
Oh my god, her face, they're so bad.
They're Netherlands.
Rashi is the superior game to Psychodad?
The Dutch must be destroyed.
Yeah,
All
Amsterdam,
Dutch
Netherlands.
must die. Like,
Amsterdam, basically Chinese.
This looks truly terrible, Chatfish. Like, literally, I can't. Yeah. Oh
I like it because like this is a good new game coming up. Looks at it for less than 5 seconds. This is terrible.
I'm like, let's see what's coming out. You know, I'm gonna give games a chance on this channel, and it gives game a chance. Like, fuck, dude, like we made mistakes. Okay.
Okay, so Psychodad proclaims that Rashi is the better mecha
Well,
game.
post it in the thing if you want to cover it. Now, moving on. So, reflecting on shipping my first game. I can't wait to be in this position. No, wait. I think I can wait a very long time. Because it says high guard right there, boys. Apologies for the length. Been wanting to say a lot of this for a while. The day leading to the Game Awards 2025 was amongst the most exciting of my life. After 2.5 years of passionately working on High Guard, we were ready to reveal it to the world. The future seemed bright. Everyone I knew who had any connection to the team or project had the same sentiments. This is lightning in a bottle. I trust this team wholeheartedly. If there's one project nobody in the industry is worried will fail, it's yours. Damn, nobody's telling you the truth. That's what I'm seeing here. This has mainstream hit written all over it. Oh, that's like the first like massive like red flag. There's no way that will flop. Oh no, it's just like fuck. I could play this game all day. Oh rip. I played for like 30 minutes and never want to touch it again. I'll gift a membership. Thank you very much.
Remember, there's a max tier bounty still, chat, and memberships are currently working.
This was probably, I think, the worst game I've ever played in my entire life, of 2025. Like, it was the worst game. Or not
I
2026.
cannot say it's the worst I've played.
It's the worst of 2026 so far, still today. Toxic positivity, yes. Oh, wait, so, continuing. The internal pre-reveal feedback, even from unbiased sources, was quite positive. And where it was negative, it was constructive. Not very constructive. And often actionable. People who played the game, including us, had a blast. And since we were in an independent self-published studio built with royalties in mind, many of us were hoping this could finally be the thing that broke the millennial financial curse. But then the trailer came out, and it was all downhill from there. Content creators love to point out the bias in folks who give positive reviews after being flown out for an event, but ignore the fact that when their negative leaning content gets 10 times the engagement of the positive, see, it's already turning into an attack. It's turning into an attack. They're attacking. 10 times the engagement of the positive. They've got just as much incentive to lean into the disingenuous direction, whether consciously or not. Here's the issue, right? I don't make videos or streams. I don't make videos hardly ever, but I don't make streams to talk about games to be like, oh, this game's ass, right? most times when I play a game, that when I want to play it and it's not up to chat, I'll note, what do we play? What do we play when Kibbs is in control? We play things like Menace. We play things that look good. Because good games are awesome. Good games and great games are awesome. They may not get a lot of views compared to like negative reviews or being a drama vulture. Yeah, no, he's right about that. Being a vulture on the internet is profitable. And it's a low caliber of people. But here's the thing about vultures, right? They're just not the problem. They're a disease, they're disgusting, and they're considered the worst among content creators. But they're also, like, they're just there. Like, you just ignore them. Like, they don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. They never mattered. They're parasites. That's the reality. And you can just kind of ignore them. The fact that you're directly addressing them, you firstly have to understand that you're feeding them right now. Secondly, now you're starting to attribute blame of your project to somebody else. It's like, oh, because our trailer, everyone wanted to rag on it. Okay. Here's the issue with that. A good trailer isn't going to be something that's going to be picked apart. If there's like somebody who's just a negative Nancy or like, what do you call them? Like a picky penny, so to speak. Like they're just going to be nitpicking all the time. Like, yeah, but it's pretty cool, but, it doesn't have big tits. And it's like, okay, that's a nitpick. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but, it doesn't have trans. It's like, okay, that's another nitpick. Either way, both those things are nitpicks. It's like, doesn't have those things, but is the game good? Question mark. If the question's answered and the answer's no, then it doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter at that point, does it? And that's the issue here. And again, it didn't matter that their game was spotlighted or trailered or whatnot. Now, it would have a negative effect because people, when Jeff Keighley was basically hyping people up, he was giving the airs that it was actually a game that would actually change the industry. Now, odds are Keighley has investments into the game based on the fact that he has some sort of investment, either emotional or financial, who knows, right? But it seemed like he was super invested into it because he pitched it in such a way. That, or he's huffing such copium because he wants his Game Awards to be perceived as like the next big E3, right? Even though it's after E3 died, like this has failed. The Game Awards have been how do I put this? The Game Awards have been a sham ever since their inception. And nothing they have done has done anything to dissuade that notion whatsoever. It's just bad. It's poorly executed. It's very self-masturbatory, and it doesn't actually celebrate games at all. And that's the issue. It's just a scam. And it will be remembered when it finally does fail as a scam. Like, that's the primary problem here. And so you can't really blame Jeff Keighley for the fact that your game failed either, nor can you blame the trailer, nor can you blame the vultures. Like, the reality is your game didn't have meat to it, right? Because your game had so much wind, an aura around it, that people were going to cover it. Because it was in everybody's mouths, everybody's minds. And because it was in everybody's minds, it didn't matter, right? For example, Revenge of the Sith came out. And despite not doing well initially, it did better. Because the original prequels, and I have to remind you guys, because a lot of you guys might have forgotten this, but the prequels were received horribly. And they're remembered more favorably nowadays than they were when they launched, but they were not good when they came out. Like, I remember what people would say about Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, and I remember hearing nothing but negative things from most older people. Like, there's nothing but negativity about all the movies. And it was Revenge of the Sith that kind of changed that tune. Because at the end of the day, it didn't matter, that the air was kind of set up to be negative for 3. Episode 3 was remembered more favorably because it finally hit the note a bit better. It still had flaws, but the big difference is that even though it had flaws, unlike Episode 2 and Episode 1, which had good parts, but were overall negative, Episode 3 managed to just go out with a positive note. And that's the big thing there. And so it didn't matter because word of mouth carries. And so even if a vulture, because there were vultures back then before YouTube, right? Vultures were like saying, it's going to be terrible, it's going to be terrible. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what the critics said either. Because word of mouth carries. Now, the only thing where it might matter, chat, specifically, is a game has a release window and it has to reach X amount of profits. But there's so many people that got a chance to play this game because there was so much talk about it that this game should have by word of mouth, because it was good, by the merit of the game itself, it wouldn't matter how much people hate on things, right? I'll give you one more textbook example of this, and there's a perfect case of this. World of Warcraft. Now, I don't care about my opinion, and I don't care about your opinion, and I don't care about anyone else's opinion. But here's the fact of the reality. World of Warcraft prints money. Why does it print money? Because people like it. But people are super critical, super big yub-nubbers, say bad stuff about it. It's got to be terrible. Yeah, but it's still good enough. And that's the issue, right? The issue is that when it comes to a product, it does not matter if it's mid or kind of like meh. If the general consensus that people play it, that they still keep playing it because it's good enough, I'll keep playing it. They had Khadgar in a wheelchair. Yeah, well, that's cringe, but I'm gonna keep playing it. Because the reality is, at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, if it's still fun, people will still play it. And if it's not fun, then people will jump ship. And that's the big thing. So long as you succeed, if your game story sucks, and World of Warcraft proves this perfectly, if your story sucks, if your dialogue and characters suck, it does not matter. If the game is still fun, people will still play it. And that's honestly the reality.
Vultures, page shills, like all those things, as Kip's said himself, like all they will do is either get initial eyes on the game, or even vultures are like, oh, this game shit, will still get some people to look at the game initially.
Yep, people will go
after
play it.
That, that's only like the initial release. After that, if the game is good, people talk about it. If the game is bad, people talk about it. The game has to speak for itself at that point. If it doesn't, if it's a good game, it will succeed even with massive negative hype behind it initially.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and Highguard had plenty opportunity to show them, here's a game, it's free to play, go out and play it and see for yourself. And guess what? Within a day, the game was already dead with how sharply its player rate dropped. It got to about just under 100,000. Plenty of people to spread word of mouth, and guess what? It didn't work. Now the reviews showed it. If you look at the release window, it got review bombed, and by people playing it. The people after are usually the ones that are, it's gonna get the mixed as it is right now, because let's face it, the only people that are staying are the ones that somewhat like the game. But guess what? That's a small percentage of the people that played it. And guess what, Highguard devs, or this artist? You lost touch with what the paying customer wants to play. If they don't like what you put out, guess what? Tough.
A lot of these people also seem to have the mentality of they are deserved the gamer's money.
Yeah.
Entitled.
It's entitlement, right? Because it's like, oh, it's free to play. Here's the thing, right? As a game maker, here's the reality that we have to understand as game makers. When making a game, we are not entitled to our players' money. We have to earn their money. Not only do we have to earn their money, we have to earn their loyalty. How do you do that? How do you earn their loyalty and their money? The answer is simple. Honesty, transparency, and truth is step one, but isn't the only step. You need to enable it in any way for somebody to try it, but you should always look at somebody trying your game as the way I view it. I'm grateful for anybody that tries our tabletop board game. In the same way, I'm grateful that anybody who will try our game when it's ready, right? Because you need to be grateful. And you need to have that mindset, because even if they have different politics, even if they lean left or right, it doesn't matter. Because it never did. It never mattered. It's so short-sighted. The only thing that matters is, did you have a good time? And if not, like, what didn't you like about it? What did you like about it? And, thank you for playing. That's the reality. Thank you for enjoying my game. Thank you for being a fan of our stuff. That is the reality. And if you didn't like it, don't blame them for not liking it. Just say, thanks for trying it. This is having a mentality of gratefulness. You should always be grateful, because even if it's free, you are still asking for their time. Nothing in life is free, is the reality. A game may say free to play, but it isn't really free. I'm not talking about the microtransactions. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the fact that it requires you to press a button. It requires you to download it. It requires bandwidth. It takes time to download it and install. Then it requires you to boot it up, make an account if it has an account or not, load up, get into the game, then it requires you to play it, and that takes time. And the reality is that you are asking for that time. You are an entertainer. You need to suck them in. You need to be able to make him, when they press that play button, I don't want you to think about the fact that it was effort to download, effort to buy it, effort to play it. You should have wanted to do that. And as a game maker, that should be what you want and aspire to. That should be the reaction you're going for. Not that you deserve it, because that's the mentality they have here. It should be the mentality of, thank you for playing. We're glad you liked it. Not the other way where it's like, oh, we expected that. We demand you do that. You should have, of course it's going to be a success, No game is guaranteed to be a success. There are great games that have died for less. There are fantastic games that exist. God damn it, Chatfish, shut the fuck up.
Kids are chat's being
I know.
almost lexical.
They're being super
Well,
gay.
since
As soon as I
that's
said that, I
derailed-
knew they'd do that.
Since that's derailed slightly, there is the real Halsonate has been a member for 39 months as a bubble cultist. and
Almost loyal.
Says
Almost loyal.
they're also trying to use vultures as shields from legit criticism,
Yes.
similar to the "if you don't like Rey, you're sexist" deflection for new Star Wars. Yes, they also are blaming content creators for the game flopping because
Yeah,
their game was killed before it even had a chance.
So the big issue here is that, is it possible for a content creator to do irreparable damage to a game? Yes, it is. However, again, that's why I talked about Revenge of the Sith. Critics did not look favorably upon Revenge of the Sith or any of the prequels. They fucking hated them. And most, your average consumers, didn't like Phantom Menace. Like, a good portion of them were disappointed. Just like they were disappointed about 2. They didn't hate it, but they were disappointed. They were expecting more. You know what I mean? And that's why when Revenge of the Sith initially launched, its initial sales were not very high. They were good, but they weren't really good. But the subsequent days that followed thereafter, it started to really climb much higher than the other movies ever had. And the reason why is because people started talking about it. Because, yeah, in the initial impact, yes, the content creator is going to have a massive amount of impact. You're right. He's not wrong in that regard. But the issue is that after a week, after a month, like, that impact from that yub number disappears instantly. Like, it will, yes, there are some people who are yes men and they will follow blindly off a ledge, right? Like, oh, you said it, Mr. Yub number. Oh my God, I'm going to list every word you say. You're so smart and shit. That does happen, right? There are yes men, and yes men are weak-willed. But at the end of the day, they're inconsequential because the majority of people aren't yes men. At least I hope not. Most people have some sense of spine and will choose to do something if they actually like it. Like, oh, maybe it does look good. Like the sword fighting in that fucking movie looks pretty cool. I think I want to take a look at it. And they go and watch it, like, oh, yeah, I liked it. And then they tell their next friend. And like, yeah, I was on the fence about it, but, he said it was fun, so I'm going to give it a shot too. Because humans are kind of crazy, but get this, we're social creatures. I know, crazy concept. And so, ergo, when people start talking about it, when High Guard, all the mean, nasty vulture parasites, which we do have a lot of vulture parasites in the Yub-Nub community, but all the mean, nasty vulture parasites, when all is said and done and they've grifted their grift, they wouldn't matter. But the issue is that it's not that their grifting is inaccurate in this particular case, because the reality is the game is shit. Like, I played it myself, right? And I'm of the opinion that I like to give games a fair shake. I don't really care what the grifters say and stuff like that. I'll try it, and if it's good, great, awesome. If it's a hidden gem, it's a missed gem. It happens from time to time, right? Or maybe somebody played the game and it wasn't even about a grift. It just wasn't for them. That happens too. Some streamer plays it or some yub-nubber plays it and it's like, it's just not really my game. I don't really like this style. I don't like how the combat feels. Don't like how the mechanics are. Not for me. Okay, cool. That's fair. Nothing wrong with that. But the reality is that over like 250,000 people, I think in total, have probably played the game by now. And the reality is that not many of them stuck. Most of them zipped out. And that tells me one thing. You were making a game that was marketed for nobody, made for no one. That's the reality, right? Even World of Warcraft in its current state, and I've been doing a lot of research on them, that's why I'm citing them a lot. Even in the current state and all the things they do that I don't like, they understand somewhat about who they're marketing for, and it's mostly women. But the thing is, they're buying it. Now, I don't know how much because we don't know the sales numbers, but their money is going in. Whether it's a lot, whether it's a little bit, I don't know. But that's the difference, right? There's somebody there in that case. In the case of Highguard, it's fucking crickets. There's nobody here. Nobody wanted this. And they've deluded themselves because they put themselves in a box, and this box has basically been talking to it, and the ideas are bouncing around in that box, but it's just stuck in that thing, and it's become stuck in a box. And so all the ideas, the game design felt like that to the very bones when we played it. Like, it felt like a game that made no sense. It's like somebody played this and loved the ideas of what they were doing, but probably didn't think about, like, what would somebody think of this game if they had played it outside of our box. And that's the reality. That's why it's important that you bring testers on sooner than later. That's why you should be more public about your game's development. It's very, very dangerous and very, very risky with game development. A lot of developers do this to keep your game under wraps and super secretive. It's tempting, because the issue with, like, revealing too much about your game too early is that you worry that, you know, there's a wave of excitement, right? Because there is that wave. By talking about it more, you might lose that initial wave, but here's the reality. That initial wave is people who impulse buy. Impulse purchases are not a way to judge a game well or to determine whether something's fun. Impulse buying is usually bad. It's considered a bad thing. Yet they're relying on impulse as like a trailer thing. Okay, we're not going to talk about a game. We're going to keep it super under wraps, and then we're going to make a boom trailer, and like, look, game, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, impulse. Let's all operate on impulse. And it's like, yep, that's going to work out real good in the long run, because you weren't building something to last. You were building it to literally last a day. And it's what happened. It lasted like a day.
It dropped off
like,
so fast.
it dropped off like a cliff, because you need to build the last. It's okay to take your time. And that's the issue with this. They were banking on it being like this knockout thing. And there's so many problems about the game that we could talk
The
about.
roadmap as well was also just sad.
The roadmap is like the most out of touch thing. It reminds me of Dune Awakening's roadmap, right? Dune Awakening did the same thing. And I like Dune Awakening because it's got good meat to it. But Dune Awakening has problems. And I love Dune Awakening, but it has problems. But it seems like the developers have finally pulled their head out of their ass in that case, and are actually pushing the game in the right direction. But
Yes,
man,
Dune Awakening is slowly because they had a long conversation with us about Dune Awakening last night, but they are very slowly making steps in the right direction. And looking at the extra player numbers, the player numbers are actually slowly climbing back up.
it's recovering.
So they are making steps to actually improve the game to what it really should have been in the first place. Now, there is still plenty of flaws, but they are clearly, they are very clearly actually listening to feedback, and they want their game to succeed, to do well. They want to make a good game.
Yes, and that's the thing for me. If a developer, and this goes for Highguard as well, if Highguard were to stop, cut the roadmap, oh, guys, we need to readjust our course here. We fucked up. Talk to the people. What do people want? What is good? What is bad? And start cutting the fat. Because that's the reality. You got to cut the fat in this game. This game is a travesty, right? Its gameplay loop is, I mean, I only played like an hour and a half of it or whatever, but I do not want to ever play it again. It was really bad.
It's trying to be too many different things.
It's like, okay, it's like Team Fortress. You got like bases, and it's like Rainbow Six Siege. You got to siege their bases, and then you got to like fight over the middle, and sort of like a MOBA, and you got to go mine resources. That's not a
MOBA. It's an They try to be a bit of an extraction shooter.
I know, but the map behaves like a MOBA. Because it's got this, like...
It's designed like it's meant to have creep lanes, yes.
I know, that's the weird part. Like, it's a shit show. Like, the whole game is a shit show. It's like, okay, if you want action to be a focus, ditch the mining system, replace it with creeps. Like, that's the reality.
We literally pointed out in many ways that they could fix the game. Like, I think actually the most disappointed, because I see that there's bones there that they could actually make it a fun game. They won't. But if it was by any other, like, not any other, but, an actual competent studio who's not just going to blame the fans and whenever they get negative criticism, the High Guard could have been salvaged,
Yeah.
but it won't be.
The issue is that this mentality, like we haven't even continued reading it, but like as soon as I see how he's processing this, is like, okay, you're processing this in a way that's not constructive. Like you are, and here's the reality, and I understand it. You will be emotionally consumed. What you need to do, and I don't think he's watched this or listened, but what you need to do if you're a developer and you ever enter this state, right? And it happens. We all make mistakes. We fuck up. We're human, right? If it happens, just try to understand that it's happening. Calm down. Relax. Just calm down. Take a bit of a break. Take a few days off. Unwind. De-stress. And then clear your mind and be like, okay, I want to do this right. I want my game to be good. Let's make it good. Because I don't believe that a game should die because you're stupid. Like, you need to just pull your head out of your ass and get your shit together. Because you can salvage almost any game if you actually put some goddamn effort. Most of the bad games I've ever played in my life, there's always a bit of a sliver of good to them, despite my whining and whinging. Even Fire Warrior, yes, I'll say it. Even Fire Warrior, had it had better gunplay, tighter controls, and tighter movement, and wasn't so goddamn floaty and sloppy in several areas, even if the game like didn't have the budget, if they refined some things, it could be fun. It might not be the greatest game, but you can turn it around. And you can turn it into a product that people will at least buy. Adverse to, what High Guard is, where nobody wants to play it. I mean, we saw it with Dune Awakening, right? I've already seen vultures go after Dune Awakening about a couple months ago. Mostly because it's been the year time, and that's usually the time of the reaping is what we call it. It's when it's like, okay, if you fucked up and you haven't fixed it by a year, you're gonna get the reap moment. And what the reap moment is where all the little guys show up and start picking at your little carcass. And as that happens, you have to ignore it, and you need to focus on game development. You need to focus on improving and fixing those problems. Right now, when this game comes around for its reap moment, I don't think it's gonna be alive. In a year's time from now, I think this game's gonna be gone. And that's not something I wish to see, but it's something that's probably going to be. Like, the reality is that when it comes down to it, the mindset you need to have is like, okay, we're going to get our shit together. Funcom, when they were fucking up with Dune Awakening, they were fucking up. They were making lots of mistakes. People were mad, but they didn't like cave in. At least I didn't see it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't cave in. They didn't fall apart like the dev team on this. This dev team is falling apart at the seams, by the way. And it's not good. They need to relax and get control of themselves.
They've already laid off, I think, a majority of the studio.
I know,
like a half to 2/3.
The reality is that it's too late. I think the damage for this is like a Titanic split in half. But Dune Awakening, they took a chill, they relaxed. They're like, okay, we fucked up pretty bad. Our game was doing really good, and now it's doing really bad. What do we do to turn this around? And then they start working on turning it around, piece by piece by piece. Even with No Man's Sky. Now, I disagree with No Man's Sky on multiple elements because I think it's still a bad game, and I would never recommend it to any person because I think it would be disingenuous of me to recommend bad games. But they turned their image around by just adding more doodads to the game. And if you add more doodads and you don't give up on your game, that's good enough because normies will gobble it up, and so you can literally salvage anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No Man's Sky proves that even if you don't actually fix your game problems and your flaws, you can still salvage it. That's the reality. You don't need to address the problems with the game. You can just add slop to it, and people will come back. People will go, just like, what? Also, welcome to Stream Shwarmu.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, High Guard is going to go down in the same vein as Concord, Dustborn, all these games. It'll be the era everyone
Reloaded.
remembers back on of
That's not even worth mentioning.
fucking everyone will look back on it and be like, oh yeah, that's the era of absolute fucking lowest bottom of the barrel garbage.
Yep.
Yes.
But the reason why I mentioned Reloaded is not worth mentioning is because Reloaded is like that other DEI game. It's not even worth mentioning. And my reason for that is because it's funded by these like governmental organizations, and it just has nothing to do with gaming. It's just not a game. It's not even
It's
worth
propaganda.
considering. It's
I actually think it did flop worse than Dustborn.
It probably did, but I consider Dustborn in the same category. It has,
Yeah.
it's not made by gamers. It's not made for gamers. It's just a piece of media that is meant to be a piece of propaganda. And so I don't even consider it as a comparable thing, because this is an actual game that failed, but Reloaded and Dustborn and those things aren't even on the same caliber of this. They're even below this game. Like, so far below, it's not even funny. Because at least here they tried, even though they failed colossally. Versus those things didn't even try. It's like, what? Kib having opinions? Start blowing.
Illegal. Throw him into prison now. But this also underlines the importance of like indie and AA even nowadays, because like look at publishers like even Slytherin is starting to make a comeback of actually making decent games. Look at like Hooded Horse. While they're niche, they're putting out or publishing developer after developer that are putting out pretty great games, frankly. And there are some other ones here and there, but like all these major AAA or any like major industry push stuff, it's all garbage. Even your average consumer that'll play a game for an hour, maybe two, and never pick it up again, they aren't picking it up. That's how bad it's become for the major publishers. But the indie and AA though, they're putting out phenomenal stuff.
I know, it's nuts. Like Menace blows me away. Like we've been playing XCOM
Menace.
2. And oh my god, XCOM 2 is so... Okay, let's be real. XCOM 2, even modded,
XCOM
is
2
kind of
a
bad.
rushed game.
It's not very good. Like, it's kind of ass. But like Menace is the example of the epitome of, I want to make games, and I want to make, like, I have a vision, and I'm going to be passionate. And you can feel it. The game is just dripping with soul. And a game with soul is always going to be better than that 2K game, XCOM 2, where it's like, it's not really... Like, it's got a lot of budget, but it doesn't have... It has elements that are like, okay, you can tell they did care, but like, it doesn't have the same soul. It's like a little tiny candle. Versus Menace, which is like this bonfire that's just burning, you know?
Nightmare Circle says Menace was also priced right. Yes. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little.
And it wasn't greedy. It wasn't greedy. It was a reasonable asking. It's like, hey, we want some money for the thing we're working on. And they're like, yeah, here's your money. And like, here, have this really good video game. You stupid consumer. And I'm like, okay. And then we play it, and it's really good. That's how that relationship should be.
Menace is probably one of the few games in recent video game history that has sucked me in so thoroughly. I just want to spend all day playing it.
Menace is really good. The more I play XCOM, the more I want to restart my Menace campaign on hard. On like the hardest setting
Iron
possible.
Man, on hard.
An Iron Man, and then just pull my hair out. Oh.
Yeah, excuse me while I'll just get the shaver and like courage, you'll get shaved all over.
But it does underline with how powerful the internet is, and how word of mouth, even on the internet, can cause something to blow up. So take again, like we've been talking about Menace here for a minute. Menace, when it first came out, had less than 1,000 reviews on the 5th. It's now at almost 4,000. Very positive, 90%. That's nuts for an early access game.
Yeah, it's insane. Most early access games, it's probably good to see it at like 70. 70 is a good spot. 60 is like, ooh.
70 to 80.
60 is not so good. 50 is like, ooh, things are looking dire. Things are looking dire.
Yeah.
Anything below that's dead.
Yeah, and on High Guard, I feel this is more to... It's more of just to put a weird positive spin on this, or not weird positive spin. This is going to be another textbook lesson of... And I could frame this as, there's this argument that, hey, it's the corporations, it's the EAs, if these people will just get independent, and the people that made this High Guard did become independent, they got private investor money to do their own thing or whatever they wanted, they just got to unleash their passion and everything, it would be good. No. A lot of these people are, especially in the AAA, especially a lot of that leadership, let's just face it, they're bad at their job and out of touch. Let's face it, and this is just another stake in the heart of that argument. Stormgate honestly should have been one of the crown jewel examples for how much that game bombed. This is honestly an even bigger bomb.
Oh,
much bigger bomb.
Yeah, Stormgate's one of those, like, we're made... Oh, God, the ex-Blizzard games are always, like, the worst cases. I'm a former
Yes.
Blizzard guy, and guess what? I'm gonna make a video game. It's like, okay. Like, that reminds me, before the former Blizzard dudes, I'm a former Westwood guy. It's like, oh, all right, here we go. We was Command and Conquer and shit. We was Command.
Yeah, it goes to show that a lot of his talent isn't as good as he thought it was, and it was due to many other factors that made a lot of those past games, especially past Blizzard games, successful. It's a lot more nuanced than that. It wasn't just some bros butting their heads and putting out something they really cared about. There was a lot of shit, and Blizzard, for example, in Blizzard in the old days, nearly collapsed several times. And there were mass walkouts even back in those days, and this goes to show, no, you want results, and you gotta look for there's a lot more you need to look at. And I hope this trend of relying on these old devs just... I just hope the game industry learns for once, and I'm sorry, I don't feel entirely bad for a lot of these devs.
No, I don't either.
It's like
when you're being
shit to the customer.
When you're being an asshole, like, you're being an asshole. But here's the thing. The reason why I say, like, okay, like, if you're a developer, because there are some people out there who are devs, like, there's a few people from the industry that watch our channel. And one thing I know is that there are stressful moments, right? When those stressful moments occur, don't be like this guy. Just detox. Go detox a little bit. Fuck-ups happen, and they will happen. You're going to fuck up at some point. That's the reality.
That's life.
Every studio's done it. Blizzard did it even in their heyday. Fucking, goddamn, like, every other company's done it as well. Like, Westwood did it. Like, everybody's done it. Everybody's done it. Bullfrog did it. Lionhead did it all the time because that's every one of their games. But, like, it happens. Just move on. Look towards the future. Don't get hung up on the failure. Learn from it. Improve upon it. Fix it up if you can. And if not, just do better. Do better next time. I want better games in the industry. I want better developers. And the best way to get that is by having the right mindset. It's incredibly important. Remember, humans are social creatures. And you having a good mindset on your dev team is going to affect everyone. It's infectious. But don't let it become blinding. Because it's also something you got to be careful of. Pride, it's good to be proud, right? When Westwood Studios proudly presents Command & Conquer Red Alert 2, they meant it. It was because at the end of the day, they'd made something that was something they could be proud of. Because they knew they didn't hold back. They took that EA money and they turned it into fucking gold. EA Los Angeles made Command & Conquer Generals. And again, same feeling. EA Los Angeles felt like they knocked it out of the park there. I think they were called EA Los Angeles. I can't remember. But, and same for Battlefield Earth. EA Los Angeles again. Knocked it out of the park. Great fucking job.
So
Those are moments to be
some
proud.
good things did come out of LA?
Yeah. I mean, EA Los Angeles is like the only studio I'm familiar with from Los Angeles, I think. I don't really know their locations. I just remember that Westwood got rebranded into that, or elements of their team, and then like most of the Command & Conquer games that were made after Westwood was defunct, they came from EA Los Angeles, and a lot of what they produced was fucking gold. There were bad ones too, and one bad one killed them. But yeah, it happens. Genghis $5 says, do you think we will ever get a Starship Troopers war bond? Would love to have the Merida and Helldivers. I hope so, my dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would love a heavy pen assault rifle. Would be amazing. Absolutely.
Heavy pun.
Pen. At least medium pen. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Bare minimum.
No. Give me anti-tank.
You shoot it, it just blows
I just
up
wanted an
everything.
assault rifle that is anti-tank. Is that too much to ask, Arrowhead? Come on.
Just aims at it, the game starts fucking lagging. It's like Minecraft. And then blue screens.
My choice? Okay. I also missed what your tag was for your other donation, Rifford. So, we also have a membership milestone, Gibbs.
12 Drug's been a member for 20 months as a loyal slave. He's like, what? Slaves can't be loyal. That's true. They're actually slaves, and they don't have loyalty. You guys need to watch When Fun Was the Mission at Xbox. How Xbox changed from prioritizing fun to prioritizing safe content. You're right. Fun was the mission of Xbox. Original Xbox was that way. Xbox 360 was about that way too. But by the end of the 360's life cycle, at the end of it, it wasn't. It very much started to shift. Xbox was the cool, sexy, elusive, forbidden, taboo little box of sadness, right? It
Had
was
so many good games.
it not only that, but it was tailored for adults, and it was one of the first
Mech
consoles to
Assault.
really just lean into that. Like, I'm a console for big kids, and I'm like, I'm a big kid too. And then my dad's like, get out of the room, son. I'm playing Halo. I'm like, oh, that happened.
Damn. Also, Harlot gifts a membership, and Rifford gifts a membership, and he hits Fuzzy. Strigoi and Fuzzy have both been hit.
Good job. Thank you for the gifted memberships, Rifford and Harlot. But yeah, Xbox was a sexy console. Was. I still think the original Xbox is one of my favorite consoles because it feels mysterious today. Like, I look at them like, you're mysterious, even though you're not, but you're just a mysterious little guy. Actually, kind of big and heavy. But yeah, the original Xbox I think is on my favorite list of original consoles. It felt so cool, and its library is just dripping with that I'm edgy adult games, and I love that. And those games are were edgy adult games. Like, they're over the top edge, but like at the same time, I adore that. I find it fun.
Yeah. And since we got off topic, if you want to finish this article, or I think we got the gist of it.
No,
I don't think there's much
I'm
more
kind
to
of
say
curious
about
to see if he
Highguard
gets
or
really.
devs.
Hold on.
Fair enough.
I want to see
I
if he
figured I'd ask.
gets crankier. The hate
Ooh,
started.
Genghis is making a big swing.
Damn. Thank you for the gift of memberships. Very
He gets
generous.
Very
Albine.
generous.
Not the Beano. All right, so the hate started immediately. In addition to dogpiling on the trailer, I personally came under fire due to my naivete on Twitter, which almost all of my now former coworkers had learned to avoid during their previous game launches. After setting my Twitter account to private to protect my sanity, many content creators made videos and posts about me and my cowardice. Okay. Amassing millions of views and inadvertently sending. Why would you say that? And my cowardice. Like, who says
What- Did we read that right?
no, he just says that. Many content creators made videos and posts about me and my cowardice.
You say
Damn.
alleged cowardice. You
I
don't
think this is.
confirm
I
your
think
cowardice.
this is this guy's kink. He's got a shame kink.
Like, I think so. Why would you
Raffles read
say that?
this.
Don't say. See, no, he probably didn't because he's probably emotional. See, that's the issue.
Yeah.
Like, just if like he went back and he wrote and he didn't detox. He came back and he wrote still intoxicated. Basically still mad.
Might as well be drunk.
Yeah, no, he shouldn't. He still shouldn't have written this. Amassing millions of views and inadvertently sending hundreds of angry gamers into my replies. Well, okay, here's what you do. Okay, when that happens, because I've had people like brigade me before, it's super simple. All you do is you press the little dot button on the Twitter thing and you say like mute conversation and you just move on. Because you won't get notified. Don't think about it. And here's the thing. In this case, it's not really, I don't blame him for having a mental break here. This is actually something that a lot of you probably don't know what it feels like to understand it. Like, there are some content creators who don't really care, but some people do. Some people care, and it will affect you and how you feel. If somebody screams, really nasty stuff at you over and over again every day, no matter how much you tell yourself to ignore it, it will still be there. It still happens. And one of the ways to deal with that is to learn how to filter. Learning how to filter is a skill you need to develop. And you need to develop early on, especially if you're going to be like in a social media position or like a figure like myself or anyone else, right? You need to be in a position where you're like, okay, press the button, like just tune it out. Like just tune it out. You need to focus on the constructive stuff and need to not focus on the negativity. Because I've had artists that I've had to coach through the stuff that's happened to them when they get canceled, and it's scary. It's very scary. But you got to remember that when it comes down to it, you need to learn to filter. Focus on constructivity. Do not focus on negativity. And again, he's fucked up here because he's focusing on negativity. So they laughed at me for being proud of the game, told me to get out the McDonald's applications. Why would you say that here? and mocked me for listing having autism in my bio, which they seemed to think was evidence the game would be woke trash. What? Who says that?
I guarantee it wasn't the
Autism?
autism. There's other things in his bio probably.
Yeah, I feel like that. All of this was very emotionally taxing. Again, my guy, listen. Learn to filter. You need to learn to filter. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Like, here's the reality. Either you learn to filter right away, or you don't. No, Dragonclaw, you don't understand. Nope. So it's very much different when it happens to you, and it happens it's like not just like, oh, it's a family dinner thing. It happens to you, and there's millions of people, or maybe not millions, but tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people looking. It is completely on a different level. Everybody knows how to filter that stuff, usually at age 10. When it comes to like embarrassing moments at family dinner, embarrassing moment at school in front of other kids in the classroom and stuff like that, oh boy, that's really embarrassing. All like maybe 30 kids saw it, and maybe the rest of the school of 100 to 200 people might see it. No, it's 10 to 30,000 people, 60,000, maybe more, including all your peers, your bosses, and their other bosses for other parts of the industry. You've now become literally a figure of a level in which you can't really ascribe that. It's completely different. And that's why this guy can't handle it, right? You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Like, when you know, because you've been in a situation like this. But if you've never been in a situation like this, you can only guess. Because when it comes to handling stuff like this, you need to be ready, right? Because you will be stalked, you will be harassed, people will do it, and people will do it not with the intention of harming you physically, but because they get a kick out of it, because they think it's funny, because they like to upset you, right? It's like that one time, if any of you remember when we had that guy come into our Discord and he was like recording people's conversations, like, I've recorded like blah, blah, blah hours of conversations. Now the FBI is going to get you. And it's like, okay, whatever. Like, there's embarrassing moments like that where they think they're clever. Like, shit like that will happen. But then there's more dangerous things where people contact your family. And then it gets weird, right? Because it's like, oh, that's going over a certain line, right? And when that stuff happens, it's with people you don't know, people you don't understand. You don't know what their motives are. So it's a bit of a mystery. Usually the answers, normally they just want to upset you. And it's just to get under your skin in some way. But that's why you should always keep a certain layer of separation, right? And this is why when I'm giving this advice, not for this guy, but for other developers here. This is for you. Do not let somebody dismiss you for being upset about it or pressured by it, because not everybody has ever dealt with something. Wait, Jakar really just trending? No way. Hold on. This isn't real. Is it? No way. Okay. That was a fun little autism moment. But yeah, wonderful. So yeah, back to the subject. But yeah, so like I'm talking about for the other developers here, when it happens, you need to understand how to filter it, how to tune it out, and how to understand it, right, when it happens. Learn to disable and put yourself out of the conversation. That's for you. Now, moving on. Genghis donates $15, says, Yinglets are more emotionally stable than this? No, they aren't. Almost everyone thinks they have had their life ruined at some point. Most are able to move on and improve themselves without crying on Twitter. Yes. But I'm not talking about that. We're talking about two different subjects. Dragonclaws, this is an example of what we call talking past each other. When this happens, Kibbs has to impart so much advice today. Not that all my advice is perfect, mind you, so always take it with a pinch of salt. But when it comes to when you have somebody talking past you, you need to just move on. That's what you do. That's why I move on past what Dragonclaw's talking about, because we're not talking about the same thing. I'm not arguing with him. He's not arguing with me. We're literally not talking to each other. We're talking about two different subjects. And so when you're a streamer, you need to learn this too. When you're talking about something, if the person that is talking to you is being hyper fixated and autistic about a certain point that has nothing to do with anything, you just ignore them. Usually. There's no point in addressing it because it's just going to derail everything. Moving on. Let's see. So, there is much constructive criticism that can be and has been said about Highguard's trailer, marketing, and launch, but I don't think it's my place to commemorate on that. Or commentate on that, excuse me. Poor choice of my words. Also, don't think there's any way to know whether the launch would have fared better or worse without the massive spotlight that was thrown onto us in response to the Game Awards trailer placement, but we never got that chance. I think even if in a hypothetical situation, and it's hypothetical, I think the game still would have not done well. In fact, I think it would have done worse, in my opinion.
It probably would have done worse because it would not have had as big a launch as it had.
Yeah. I think so. Let's see. We were turned into a joke from minute one, largely due to false assumptions about $1 million ad placement, which even prominent journalists soon began to state as fact. Within minutes, it was decided this game was dead on arrival, and creators now had free rage bait content. Okay, here's the thing. Vultures and rage baiters do not need evidence or proof. They will just make shit up, or they will pull some ass thing if they actually want to do that. They didn't need the trailer to do that. The reality is that there was so much wrong with the game from the beginning that it just sort of made itself. And so it's again, rage bait and YouTubers aren't the reason your game failed. Yub numbers are a dime a dozen and were literally worthless. The reality is that people, the gamers themselves, are the ones who chose this game was irrelevant. They chose, not the Yub numbers. We don't actually have power. Now, there are stupid people who will just believe whatever someone says on the internet. This is true. But at the same time, that's not going to be 250,000 people. That's not gonna... And all of them being the people that played your game. Comment sections were flooded with copy-paste meme phrases such as Concord 2 and Titanfall 3 died for this. At launch, we received over 14,000 review bombs. Again, you cannot ascribe every negative review as a bomb review. There are cases where this happens. Hogwarts Legacy was review bombed to high hell. But it didn't matter. Because again, a review bomb doesn't matter. Negative PR doesn't matter. The woke community tried so hard to cancel Hogwarts Legacy. So hard. I've never seen a game try to be canceled more than Hogwarts Legacy. It's insane. Like, there was so much concerted effort, not just by, like, entire communities and groups, but, like, by the actual media themselves to cancel that game. It was insane. Despite being a AAA game, because it so happened that J.K. Rowling had, connection to the game. And because of that, they were so, like, out for blood. But the problem was that Hogwarts Legacy released, and it was all right. And because it was all right, it wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. It was all right. And because it was all right, it did fucking phenomenally.
Yeah. Also, you need to activate Genghis's and Rifford's Chatfish.
Chatfish must be destroyed. Like, wow. But yeah, go ahead and add to my point while I go find their Chatfish because they're chubby and fat.
About cancel culture?
Yeah. It was Rifford too, right?
Yeah, Rifford and Genghis. So, yeah, now them trying to just basically proclaim our game was destined to fail now because of all this backlash and the counter is like, no. All the people talking about your game literally got almost 100,000 people to play your game on launch.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do any advertising besides that spotlight, did they?
Nope. In fact, I bet marketing-wise, they saved a shit ton of money.
Yes. So, like, this is an entirely disingenuous argument that they're making here, just try to deflect blame from themselves.
Yeah, because most of the time the rage tubers are just shit on everything all the time. Again, unless they actually have some evidence to show of, here's what's bad, let me show you. Which, for the longest time, we only had bad vibes coming from Highguard. That initial trailer was not good, and the little scripted gameplay they showed was not good. You actually showed us a really bad trailer and really bad gameplay scripts and really bad vibes, especially when a bunch of these hero shooters that have been coming out the past, 4 years now, most of them have bombed. Really bad. It's still Overwatch dominating most of the time. Is Overwatch,
yeah, and
Paladins...
Overwatch 2 also was a flop. They just are now going back to Overwatch.
Yes, and it ended up raising it, and funny enough, it raised its Steam numbers up by a lot by doing that. Which is funny. No,
Oh,
No
Kib,
high
you also
guard
need
is.
to activate
got it.
Kasavik and my Chatfish.
Fuck, I didn't know about you, Chumpus. He's like, fuck.
Well, I
Is
did
it 'cause
donate 200 something the other day.
Well, you should have reminded me then. You missed your
I
opportunity.
should have.
yeah, this is just
Also,
one
chat,
big
yes, don't
post.
forget to like the stream. It does help.
It does. And if you
Yes,
don't,
the
we'll
YouTube
kill you.
algorithm is not friendly.
It isn't. You can help
For
us
every
fight
like,
suppression.
3 more days will be added to Yinlis's name.
Like score through the fucking like there's more
3
likes than our
days, a
views.
few days? You mean a few years?
Centuries.
But yeah, it's just this is just one big post more and more of it's everything but me. The first question you always ask in this situation: what did I do that helped contribute to high guard flopping? And there was a lot, and they keep adding on top of it all the developers, the official company posts. The day of when where after we were done streaming and we did a bunch cast on this, literally the day of, and we showed it live. They were just dumping on the fan base. Try not to curse because YouTube. They were dumping on the fan base, and they keep doing it. And this is why I'm glad High Guard is a failure in their mass layouts, just because these people are parasites in the industry, and it's like this is not going to help the Western games market. This kind of talent pool is not going to help, and these people deserve to fail until they learn. Should they learn their lesson and actually provide a product and actually listen? Good, but as long as they keep acting like this, as we're reading right now, I have no sympathy but the cold, hard ruthlessness of free market that is the games industry. I have a lot of choices. You're not respecting my time or money, time and money. They don't respect both. Or in Highgar's case, it's just my time, which is an utter waste.
Yeah.
It's
So go ahead and
frustrating.
scroll down, Kibs. I'll continue reading while you activate Hennestad's Chatfish.
Already did. Just what?
Damn.
Right, Pikachu
I
face
guess
at
then
me.
you can read then.
In discussion, okay, where were we? We returned
In
the joke-
discussions.
Yeah, in discussion, in discussions about High Guard Concord 2XKO and such, it is often pointed out by gamers that devs like to blame gamers for their failures, and that's silly, as if gamers have no power, but they do, a lot of it. I'm not saying our failure is purely the fault of gamer culture, and that the game would have thrived without the negative discourse, but it absolutely played a role. All products are at the whims of the consumers, and the consumers put absurd amounts of effort into slandering High Guard, and it worked. See, here's the
So
thing.
it's not. Yeah.
Again, you're saying I'm not mad, but you're mad.
Yeah, he's literally saying like, well, it can't be their fault. It's 100% their fault.
It's not that it's all of them. It's all of them.
It's literally like, yeah, like it wasn't the full thing, but like it was because they did it that it flopped. It's like, okay.
Yes,
So-
you have the power, devs. You have the power to kiss my rear side. No, why would we? That's the impression of, why aren't you kissing my rear side? I'm fantastic. No, you're not.
Oh,
Put
now
out a
they're
bad
gonna do
game.
the next paragraph's the pity us. We're the poor.
Yeah, I know.
oppressed-
Let me get to it. I'm just letting you guys say your goddamn piece before we fucking look at his next fucking whiny tangent. Many of Wildlight's former devs are now will now be forced to assimilate back into the actual corporate industry. Many gamers accused Wildlight of being a part of. Now, every time someone thinks about leaving the golden handcuffs behind in favor of making a new multiplayer game, the indie way, they'll say, indie way? Like, were you actually indie? Like, okay,
If your game is the spotlight in the Game Awards, I question if you're indie.
like, I feel like you had outside funding. I don't know. Like,
They had outside.
my
connections,
studio
but
has
very
Private-
least.
outside
private funding.
funding in the sense of you guys in the audience, like, you guys are literally why our studio functions. If you guys stopped donating, our studio would cease to operate and would cease to exist. Well, it wouldn't cease to exist, but it would operate at a very slow
We'd have to
pace.
take away India's legs and cats.
It would operate with fewer people too. Yes, It would operate. But it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like I don't know, just whatever. I just don't. I'm not really sure I buy that. Like, it might be indie, but like the indie we're talking about is like, oh yeah, we've got multi-million billion dollars. It's like, oh yes, indie. Oh, yes.
How do I put this? They're indie in the way Stormgate is indie. These are people with connections
It's like
to
Expedition 33
private
being indie.
investors.
It's like it's
I've
not.
seen
It's not
I've
really
seen plenty
indie.
of
It's not really.
Sony published games and their main advertisement was that they're an indie game on PlayStation.
Because isn't Expedition 33 supposedly, well, it is self-published, but like if you look at the people behind it, it's like this is just AAA.
None of them are new to the industry.
The
They
difference with Expedition 33, I will say, is that Expedition 33 is a AAA game, but it's a AAA game without the watered-down shackles of the corporate industry. Because that's what AAA games should look like. Expedition 33 is a great example of what AAA should look like. It still might be considered slop to a lot of people, but the reality is that's what it should look like.
Yeah, AA, as Blake is saying.
Yeah, AA. Yeah, because technically they're AA. Because I think they even tried to claim that they're indie, or somebody did, and they're like, they're not actually indie. Like, they have so much finances and resources. Like, when we talk about indie and independence, we're talking about, like, people who really can't make multiplayer games. There are very few indie teams. There are indie teams, but there are very few indie teams that can do multiplayer games and make multiplayer games. Because multiplayer games are incredibly hard to make. Very hard and very resource intensive.
Yes. Albine says Expedition 33 had a goddamn movie deal before it even came out, dude. Yeah, no, it wasn't indie.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is ridiculous. Like,
it has ties to corporate stuff, but it's not AAA.
Yeah, AA would be the more thing.
Yeah.
Like AA, like that's an example. Expedition 33 is what AAA should look like, though, in my opinion. Like AAA should look like that. Like, in my opinion, it's still mid.
I mean,
but
I prefer if AAA had better writing.
Yeah, but at least it's a higher caliber. Better than Baldman Gate 3.
Fair. That's fair.
Baldman Gate 3 is setting the bar really low, but whatever.
Yeah, small game studios like Creative Assembly that need UK government indie game funding system.
Oh, don't remind me of that.
Indie game funds. See, this is again my issue with government thing for indie developers. No,
indie's not really meant anything. The second you are getting a massive cash payout from a large organization, you're not indie anymore.
It's like when that one guy who's working on his own fucking thing told me, like, I should apply for government help on my indie project. And I'm like, I just look at him and I'm like, well, then I'm not indie, am I? I'm not doing that. Like, what the fuck? Like, the minute you open that door,
take over creative control.
There's lots of things where if you let them have control over things, I'm sure they'll give me money if the product can be some sort of propaganda for somebody else. No.
Oh, no, kids, don't worry. They won't take control. They'll just say later down the road, you should change this. And if you don't, we're going to pull support.
We're going to pull support, yes. Because the minute you attach
but we have no control over it.
Because here's the thing, I could apply for certain government things to help, and there would be possibly things. But here's the thing, when you do that, that means that, okay, I expand the team a little bit, I increase, Robin's pay a little bit or whatever. Now he's reliant on that. Now they then come into like, oh, it's problematic. Why are all the builders white? Oh, yikes. Can we change that? But it says in the lore they're not supposed to be. The lore's times change.
Nothing's permanent.
It's just like, oh, you just got to change that, and then it'll be golden. Oh, you've got way too many hetero characters. Oh, yikes. Can we change that real quick? And it's like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just opening the door for that.
I think you really need to have that the little girl there, that should be trans, really.
Ooh, yikes. That little white-haired purple girl, she's kind of a racist bigot. Ooh, really, yikes. Make her black.
Problematic.
Make her black. Problematic. Ooh, yikes.
We need to increase the Indian representation. They're a big growing market, They're
a growing market. Yeah, so we need to market for them. Oh, and it needs to have a lot of romance for the women. It's like, what? This is made for, like, guys. This is a game about, like, fighting and killing people. It's like, yeah, but you need romance.
Ooh, we really don't like that violence you're talking about. That's problematic.
Remove the blood and gore. Can't sell it to kids.
We can't sell it to China if it's got blood. We gotta
away
cut
for
that.
so long with the kebab. But so to point out a slight pushback, there's not always forced government one way or the other when it comes to funds like that. It honestly depends on who's managing the project. But overwhelmingly, I would agree with that sentiment that you're saying of they can at any time either
in the entertainment sector,
you.
It's very much like not a reliable thing. if that makes sense.
It's very sketchy.
There's always some kind of string attached.
Because in the entertainment industry, it has to deal with culture, and they want to get involved with that.
Even with Chatfish
Yes.
donations, there's a string attached.
Yeah, they want like weird
Yeah,
shit
it's
in there.
apparently called cheeks.
Yeah,
Ugh,
they crave it.
Christ.
But I would tend to agree with that sentiment of it's a slippery slope essentially.
Yes. Well, the minute you open that door financially, now you're dependent on it, and so if they make any
Yes.
policy changes, you now fuck yourself. And that's the issue is you're basically making, when you do that, you effectively, and this is the reality, you have betrayed your audience. The minute you do it.
Yep.
You betrayed their trust by opening that door, even if it's not in there initially, because now you're beholden to another party, not just them. Right now, as it stands, as of 2026 2/14, before I went
The year of our
insane,
Lord.
you know, before Kibb's insanity set in, like, we're beholden to you and no one else. And that's the way I want to keep it. Not shareholders, not government, just you and me.
Not even private investors. His audience as a whole, the people who are interested in his product that he's going to be making.
And that should be just for, like, other games do it too. That's why I like a lot of other studios like Indie Stone and stuff like that, and the Factorio Dev and whatnot, because they stay true to their visions. And I would like to see bigger projects do this too. Because imagine if we had more bigger projects do that. Because Expedition 33 is not my kind of game. I'll say it right now. I don't really care for it. I don't like it. But
It's too French.
It did really well, and that's great for them. I would like to see more games being made like that, where the studio is allowed to make what they want to make, so that I could eventually get a game that I might be interested in. You know, more games made with passion, even, you know, if it's like a little bit, you know, weird at times. But yeah, well, I think we're almost done with this silly little article. Let's see. Soon, if this pattern continues, all that will be left are corporations, at least in the multiplayer space. Okay, here's the thing, Bucko. You're a corporation. What you mean to say is publishers, but yeah, I get what you're saying. At least,
Bucko.
like, everyone's a corporation. Like, Battle Damage Studios is a corporation. It's a tiny ass one, but it is one.
You hear
But
that, Chatfish?
it's a
Gibbs is saying corporations are people.
No, they're not. But by U.S. government, the way U.S. sort of law recognizes it is they kinda are. It's weird.
For all legal intents and purposes, yes, they are people.
Even though they're just not people. They're things.
They aren't, but for legal purposes.
Yeah, I know. Even if Highguard had a rocky launch, our independent, self-published, dev-led studio full of passionate people just trying to make a fun game with zero AI and zero corporate oversight. And it's good that you didn't use AI. But again, the issue is that you made the game in a box. You're not actually addressing criticism. You're focusing on... he's actually only focusing on the vultures, right? This is why grifters like that are dangerous, because they just use them as a shield. Because this guy isn't actually talking about the real problems with the game. The grifters and the vultures really don't matter. They are a dime a dozen, and anyone can be a grifter. It takes no effort. And anyone can grift or vulture on anything. Like, literally doesn't matter. Literally, stop fixating on it. Like, it annoys me that this guy's so fixated on it. You should be focusing on the problem, and the problem is this game instead of deflecting.
Yeah, like the last 30 minutes, all this that has been is nothing but him going on about the vultures and the social media and the gamers. It's like, what about the fact that your game was dog shit and boring?
It just sucks. Like, that's the problem. The game's just bad. You locked
Like, why
yourself in
haven't
a
you
box.
talked about that?
You played the game among your dev team and a couple of family friends who all had biased opinions because they're cheering for you. They're being supportive of you. They care about you. They love you. They want you to succeed. Of course, they're going to tell me that. If I show my mom anything I write, I know exactly what she's going to say. Of course, she's going to say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread because I'm her son and I wrote it. That's always what she says. And it doesn't matter that it's like bad or something's wrong with it. That's why I never use her for editing. I go to somebody else. You know, because I've showed my parents and my family my writing and my work, but they're always supportive. And that's the issue. They're
That's
not.
why you go to Hans or Robin, where they're going to tell you this is garbage.
Yeah,
Redo it.
I'm not looking for like support and belief in me. I have too much of that. I'm looking for like when I'm looking for that stuff. I'm not talking about you, Chatfish. You need to just support me.
Unquestioningly, right?
Chatfish confused. order kill Kib.
Yeah, with money.
Throw pennies at him, chat.
But yeah,
Bury
so
him with all your pennies.
family members and loved ones will always be biased because they're going to be nice because you have a very close bond with them. And
Yep, they're going to be biased.
and they're going to be biased because they want you to succeed. They're rooting for you. And that's a good thing, but you should be looking for people to play your game that is outside of those circles. The issue is that they only had people in their circles play it, and that's the issue.
That's why in the past, I don't know if the video game industry does this anymore, but like in the 90s and 2000s, if you were near like a game development studio, like their physical location, they would do blind tests with people in the area to play their like prototypes of their games. They do NDAs and shit, right? But they'd have people just to see what people thought of it, because you need that data. Because like you could be making something like Kibbs is saying that internally is really good because everyone's passionate about it, everyone wants it to succeed. But externally, when you introduce it to someone that doesn't have any skin in the game, they're like, wow, this kind of stinks. This is boring.
Yeah. I mean, and I know, Garrett, it might seem like we're talking about the same thing, but the problem is that there's actually 6 different problems with this post, and I have to address each one as they appear because they're different. Because we need to talk about it because it should be talked about because these things are avoidable. Each one of these problems. It's just they're stacking up like a stack of pancakes. I think this is about it, though. I hope. Let's see. Even if Highguard was rocket launch, self-published game, we read that one. Good. We deserved the bare minimum of not having our downfall be gleefully manifested. Damn. Why does he keep writing things funny? I wish the best of luck. Stop writing shit like that. It's so fucked up. Oh my god. It's like
It feels like a midwit trying to sound smarter than they are.
Like he's just like malding. Like you're whatever. I wish the best of luck to the few who remain at Wildlight. Okay, so he got, snipped. And hope Highguard can stay the course. I shall believe in it, and so do the fans. Okay, what fans? Like, again, you're not addressing the problem. Who continue to champion it on subreddit. You mean simp blindly, all right? Discord, Twitch, and social media. And even though this adventure has come to an abrupt and emotionally challenging close, I don't regret it for 1 second. The issue is that you didn't learn anything. All right. Next up. So just want to... Nope. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the issue is that you didn't actually... You blamed other people, Josh, and you didn't grow or learn anything at all. Like, you got hung up, and you're so blinded by your emotions that you're not even thinking clearly, and this entire post is just emotional. And that's the issue.
Now, what he referenced there of like Reddit, Discord, all that stuff, almost every like dev that has had a breakout moment, I do see them have this weird cloistered echo chamber in their Discords. Like Arrowhead has this problem.
Yep. Arrowhead has that problem. But they talk in the same box. Also wild. Right?
And the only reason Arrowhead has fixed anything in their game is because of the outcry. Not because of the simps that just jack them off and go, wow.
Now, for
this is why
a moment of detoxing with the Chatfish, I've brought this meme along that Chat showed me last night. And Chat, where would you like to sit?
Moogie.
Moogie, yeah.
Specifically.
God damn it, was Moogie. I don't want to give him credit, though.
It was Moogie. He's posted it everywhere.
I don't want to give him... Listen, Moogie will have his time to shine today. If it have nothing
6.
else. Not this meme. I hate it. Where would you sit? You said 6? Why? It's an annoying pirate Redditor? All right, Redditor.
To be fair, they did tone down
so I can beat up the pirate.
They did. So I can beat up the pirate. Now, chat, I'm just saying 3 because I'll have a nice long conversation there.
Now, we've already established that he's actually... All his information on Greece is memes.
It's memes, yeah.
Gibbs is going to start spurging about history. What the fuck are you talking about?
We're not talking about the same thing. We're not talking about the same.
The Chatfish is 12, 5, 11, 11 or 12, 15.
15.
He reminds him of an NCO back in the military. Because ours former military.
A 15 is a great seat, though. Like, he's
Tech
probably
is great.
15 would be a great seat. 8 would probably be the worst seat here, in my opinion.
Too many people.
Because you have the super serious guy to the right and the super serious woman to the left.
8 and 16 would be.
You're saying it would be a nice quiet ride.
16 would be boring because he'd be like, oh god, he would.
I mean, just imagine the smell.
Fuck. He's right.
12 would be fun because he's an old man and he's just going to go on and on and on and never shut the fuck up about a billion things because that's what old men
Also
do.
13.
So 13.
13, he'd be too shit-faced to know what's going on.
He's also gonna
which means you
have
just,
an accent.
which
You
means
won't
just reach
understand
over
anything.
and,
You
yeah,
won't
you just reach over
Um,
and take blood. It'll be a great time.
One, because the funny corporate woman, because funny.
Big tits.
And also you have that
No, because I like the writing they have with her, the game of like she keeps trying to lead your guy on with going on about his big, meaty, veiny authority.
Yeah, but look who's right behind
it's so
seat one.
stupid.
Like
Yeah, I'd
two.
put
Put him
one just because
direct
that'd
right
be funny.
behind you.
Two would be amazing as a seat. though.
Two's would be hilarious. African warlord in space? Hell yeah.
You could talk about war crimes in two
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah. He'd brag about him even.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was on one, because that'd be the funniest seat.
All right.
1 and 2 would be pretty great.
I let chat enjoy this
Yep.
meme. Now that they've enjoyed it and they've all chosen their seats for the flight, time to send the plane into the sky. No, I'm kidding. Like, what?
Sir, a second plane has hit the town.
5 and 6 would just be Waffle House.
It was full of a bunch of people screaming and yelling all the time. It was strange.
Hoorah, Marine! As they impact the. That's a good
Weirdly
game.
enough, they missed point blank. I don't know how they
You
missed.
can't sit beside TCR's
God.
best
God of
guy
it.
though.
No.
All right, chatfishes. We have a new video game trailer. Whoa, video
New
game!
video.
You'll
War
love it.
Sons of Sparta is out today. Here are some combat tips to get you started.
It sounds like he has something in his
Wait,
nose.
Kratos' basic equipment at the start of the game
It's a new
is a Spartan spear and shield.
God of War
Your
game.
spear can be customized
What the
with
fuck?
3 parts. The tip,
Yeah, this
the
is what I
grip,
think
and
when
the
I
tail.
see here God of War.
Spear tips focus on enhancing Kratos through things like increased crit chance or applying a protective barrier. They can
God
also
of War,
be
the
used to
Castlevania
debilitate
series.
foes by applying status
Everything's got to be
effects,
Metroidvania.
burn or poison.
Ugh.
Spear grips add a finishing attack to Kratos'
I'd rather
Metroidvania
hate
might be-
Metroidvania as much as
example,
Dark
Russian
Souls.
vertical
Yeah,
slash
Metroidvania is
or
kind of on
shove
the level of Dark
horizontal
Souls. There's
dash.
just too much
Spear
of it.
tails give Kratos
Mhm.
access to a unique move.
It's just
such
too
as
broad a
rapid
term as a
series of
problem.
stabs or a strike
Oversaturated.
that can unleash geysers to
Also,
defeat
this
your
is-
foes.
Is
Each
it
attachment
one thing I want to
comes
point
with
out
its own
here?
upgrade path and enables a distinct
Okay, I don't really
pace.
care what you have to say, to be honest with you, dude. But like one thing that'll be interesting here is that notice how it's going back to like Greece. It's like, oh fuck, what do we do with the
Yeah.
story? Like, fuck, the story with Kratos is almost like over. Like, how do we keep this going? Another game where he's a kid and he did something when he was a kid. It's like, oh my god.
We've
So-
had
When I think of what you call it, Kratos and like the video game franchise with all that shit and God of War, I think of him banging the 2 twins. That's it. Like I don't think of any of the stupid dad Kratos shit of the
Special
modern
and super
God of
attacks.
War because that's
Some of the
garbage.
gifts excel in ranged combat.
Just the
Banging the
action
twins.
games.
All I
Special
remember
and super
is a joke comic. Oh, one of them's a dude.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right. If this was God of War, like the good God of Wars, that woman to the right would be super sexy.
Naked.
Yeah, she'd have fat tits and that'd be out basically.
And she'd be super like naked. And if I was directing this, I would make like she'd look like our main dude. Like I would do that. You know why?
Damn.
Because it would be an amazing scene. Yes, it's 100% sex appeal, but it's 100% God of War. What is God of War? God of War is edgy boy game is what it's made for. Edgy boys, edgy boysters. You know, it was made for guys like me, like you, and it was made for us. And girls and other people can enjoy it too, but it was made for us. It was tailored for us, and so it needs to be for us. The characters need to be Greek, and they need to be super scantily clad because they were. And it was both the guys and the gals, and they were both that way. And
I mean, like, if you're doing something in a Greek pantheon setting, it's kind of strange you don't have extreme, like, sexuality and fertility being on display because they were all about that shit.
yeah,
Like, why would you not?
you
I
want to
have
know why
something for
too?
after this
Life
is
expectancy
finished.
rates were so low that it was very sexualized, so that people procreated to make more people.
Yes.
To replace
So the thing
people
with
that
life
died.
expectancy rates back then, the big issue isn't that people didn't live long, it's that people died a lot when they were young.
Yes, because there was a lot of things you could do when you were young that could get you killed, and there was a lot less
Like
safety.
after
too.
a certain point, like they lived a good while.
If you got past
Well-
the hurdle, the big hurdle is like childhood and like illnesses and stuff like that, and not only childbirth itself being the big hurdles, right? Then it's like young adulthood where you're very adrenaline, and you're going around, you're doing stuff, you're banging, you're doing things, right?
You're banging.
And like you're getting up into no good trouble and stuff like that. And then once you mellow out of that sort of period and you start to mellow, then they live a lot longer. Because yeah, if you look at certain people, it's like, yeah, that person lived to be 80, that person lived to be like 90, that person lived to be 100. But it's fewer in number because the quality of life was much more difficult to get through life in general.
Yeah. But as Chad
But
did
yeah,
point
this,
out, it would be good to compare this to the new Castlevania that's been announced.
Yes, I actually have that on up here. But yeah, so there's
Okay.
another, at least Castlevania. Okay, at least that is a Castlevania game. You know, it's gonna be. You can't say it's spoofing itself because it is itself.
Yeah.
This very much feels like a shot in the dark of an attempt to like just milk more money out of the franchise because I don't know what the hell to do with it.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
also
nothing about this looks like God of War to me.
This is a oh god, the animation quality. So the animation quality is all over the place. So the animations for the sprites themselves looks relatively decent, but where it starts to really fall apart is when you get the animations for death. Like that one was okay, but this one, yeah, this one's bad. And it's because yeah, like that's stiff. They're not animated. Like they're just parts. They break the parts apart and then they rotate them. That's lazy.
It reminds me of the animations from Salt and Sanctuary.
He's incredibly lazy. And also, oh my god, does he not look like a little mongoloid with his face that way? Oh my god.
Little Trink
The
boy.
way we pause that like looks, it doesn't look like that. Looks like he has the downs. But oh my god.
I mean, he's Greek. He probably does.
Just boo. But yeah, it just doesn't look particularly good.
That upsets me how the hitbox is not the
Like the
model.
Game Boy SP
God of
game was,
War
PSP
from
game
this,
was better.
and you told me that this was just some indie title, I'd believe you. Because like it looks rough around the edges, but like they're, you know, doing the usual pixel art Metroidvania that a lot of indies fall into. But like this is a mainline big budget IP. And it looks like this?
Yeah, and the sprite.
Yeah, this
the
does
sprite
not look
work,
like.
Some of the sprites are okay. Some of them are decent. The environments look all right, but like that girl there again. Like I know this is gonna sound like nitpicky, and it might to some, but the characters feel very corporately safe, right? So here's the closest thing we have to like a potentially like ooh mysterious, sexy, powerful woman character, but it looks like she's wearing an adult diaper, and like that's all I can really say about her design. Like it just doesn't look very good.
Extremely close. Kratos really isn't, but she's like completely covered.
Yeah, but you're just ignoring that. Like the designs are just lazy. Like it's just
it's what's the thing people like to throw around, like safe, sexy, or whatever?
Yeah, it's safe. It feels very safe. Like if this was like the old God of War, like one of her nipples would be out.
Yeah, like you'd be seeing some areola going on.
Yep, because in God of War they had that sort of like grotesque and gratuity and like sex and violence stuff going on, and like they just don't do that anymore, and it's just missing the point of what made God of War God of War. Safe horny,
safe horny. Yeah, that's what it was.
So yeah, it just misses the mark. Like God of War needs to be violent, needs to be grotesque, needs to be brutal, and needs to be edgy. Like that's reality. Like, when people say God of War grew up, like, what does that fucking mean?
No, God of War did not grow up. It became corporate.
Yeah, it became childish. It fucking downgraded. It didn't grow up. It didn't grow. It's now safe and non-offensive. And, oh, God, can't have any depictions of Persians being evil, too, because that'd be, ooh. Oh, you know.
Oh, no, can't depict a certain subject of people that cause problems. Oh, no.
It just doesn't look good.
It looks very boring and generic, and frankly, it's probably gonna flop.
Yeah, I played a lot of Metroidvanias, and this looks like standard Metroidvania, but with some unnecessary mechanics put in. Like the spear mechanic, I don't see myself enjoying. It's like this is supposed to be a simple 2D action smashy platformer. Why do you have stuff like that in?
So the interest, by the way, is insane. That other one had not even 100 likes, and like not even 100 responses to the thing, but this one already has like 70,000 views and has, I'm just saying, because again, when people think of God of War, they don't think Metroid or Castlevania. They think literally something else. This game is a Castlevania game. So people are kind of going in with a certain level of expectation. So let's take a look. It's 40.
Has it really been 40 years?
Jesus
Fucking
Christ. It's old.
In the name of His Most Royal Majesty, by the grace of God, the King of France.
The French. That's all I can say.
Older French. They were better then.
True. Back when France
They
was
were
cool.
better than.
Brother became weak. Gameplay wise, this looks much better. A lot more movement going on too. Not so stiff.
I also think the special effects are a bit better.
So
Like
now,
particle effects, that
we
is.
appeal to you, Trevor Belmont, last of House.
Femboy.
Well, you're playing
so-
as his kid, Trevor's kid,
Yeah.
I
I
believe.
guess.
Well, you're pretty sure that's what it is. Because that's
Yeah,
not
me-
Trevor.
The
Let's
music's
rewind.
pretty good, actually.
That's Trevor.
Belmont,
Yeah.
Yeah.
last of
Oh, that's a
House
girl.
Belmont.
I hope.
So it's the kid.
I hope.
Is it a girl? It's hard to tell.
I don't
'Cause-
know. It had long hair, I assume.
It might be a chick.
So they're borrowing some of the aesthetics, which the aesthetics from the Castlevania Netflix series wasn't bad. The writing was the main issue.
The writing
With
wasn't
it?
good. I haven't seen it, but I saw clips and it
I-
was not good.
Have a
It
different
fell off
opinion than-
hard.
It was right
I
at
there's
think
some-
both visually and writing it was absolutely terrible.
I'm going to disagree on some of the visuals.
Animation
Regardless.
is what I would say. Still shots didn't look too bad, but the animation quality has that weird
Yeah, it was not-
stiffness.
The animation quality was all over the place.
So now, we appeal to you, Trevor Belmont.
Yeah, see, the art style of this particular part looks good, right? But like so it sort of reminds me of the show, because if you grab snapshots of it, it looked all right. But then when you saw like the footage of things moving, it was like, ooh. It was not very stiff.
Like I said,
It was very 14
animation would
FPS,
be
not 24.
all over the place.
This developer made
but
that other
the art
Metroidvania
style
game.
was
I
pretty
forgot the
good.
name.
It sells.
Last of House.
It does look very Dead Cells.
Oh, so it's the Dead Cell devs. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's two studios, but I think the main one's the Dead Cells devs.
I'm gonna look it up. Look up Dead them.
So,
I mean, good for them
just
if they got
looking
the
at the
ability to produce
trailer,
a Castlevania game.
this might be a me thing. The clash of like the 3D models and movement with the whole like side scroller, that's, I don't know, I hate that.
And I get what you mean.
I'll mute the game's audio so that it won't distract you as much, chat, so you can focus on the visuals of what's happening.
I do not like it when when anyone clashes different like art styles like that or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, I
having
get what you're saying.
3D.
2D and
The
3D are
character models
intermixed
are
here.
more
It's
3D
very
as opposed to
clashing.
the environment.
It just doesn't look like any of the characters or monsters fit at all. Whereas like the background's actually beautifully drawn and looks good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
modded.
No,
I
I
get
agree
what
with
you're
you.
saying, because I kind of agree with that, because like Ori and the Blind Forest is a great example of that for me, because I really like that game visually and artistically. But Ori and the Blind Forest had that problem where 3D models didn't look nearly as good as the environments, because the illustrations of the backgrounds were really awesome in Ori. But like everything else was like when the model, that's also why they kept the models so simple. The issue is that the models here are very complicated. Like there's a lot going on, so they contrast with the
They're very
environment.
busy.
This is going to be an artistic thing, Chatfish, which will boil down to subjectivity.
Femboy, perhaps.
Yes, it will. Like I'm not saying it's objectively bad. It just I have a very weird uncanny valley effect when when you combine still backgrounds and 3D movement. for me.
I agree. Actually, I'm of the same opinion. I think a game should be of the same visuals. We actually had a debate about that. We've mentioned that many times in the studio where there was an argument about whether we should have a 3D environment or because it'd be potentially easier with 2D sprites, and we ended up going with no. We're gonna keep with consistency. If it's in the video game, it must be of the same art style, all of it, and that was
It
again
makes it
a
look better.
problem. Yeah, in my opinion, I agree. But this is always going to be
Now-
subjective, by the way, chat. So don't worry. This
Getting away
game
from the
too,
visual
real quickly,
style.
same thing, by the way.
Yeah.
HD renders and low poly, low res, or not low poly, sorry, low res art, which I think
The
looks
characters stick out too much from the environment. They don't look like they really fit.
that looks bad there. It looks worse actually in the God of War thing. This looks better still, but yeah, you do get that little uncanny vibe where it just feels like ooh, it just pops a bit differently.
Yeah, but the backgrounds are very good in the Castlevania one.
Yes, the backgrounds are phenomenal.
Yeah, the color
And
choice is
now-
also good too.
Yeah.
I will also point out, gameplay-wise, because we're focusing on heavily visual, which is still very important. Castlevania just looks like it's a lot smoother
Yeah, this looks like a
than the God of War.
much more fluid. Like, look at the movements, look
Mhm.
at the combat. While there might be visual problems, like this looks like this will play much better. I don't know if I really want to play another Metroidvania game, but if I had to choose between these two, I'd probably pick this one because the combat here looks more fluid. It looks like there's a lot more like tightness in the controls. It looks like it's a very well polished game. And again, real quickly, snap to the God of War game just to show you how stiff it looked, because this looks so stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at how slow everything is.
Like it just looks super stiff. And it looks like it's a game that has been made for 10 years ago. Versus, or like almost 20
I think
years
that might
ago.
be an insult to games 10 years ago.
I think 20 years ago is probably
See right
more
there,
appropriate.
that scene when they're running on the bridge and it's dark and the character silhouette, that was good visual style.
What, here?
No,
Oh. Over there.
there.
Yeah, that popped nicely. But yeah. So there's a new Castlevania game, new God of War game. New God of War game doesn't look very good, in my opinion. The Castlevania one looks like it's going to be pretty faithful to Castlevania, so that's good. The God of War game, I can't really, I don't think it looks faithful at all. I think it looks like
No, it doesn't.
it's super watered down compared to the old God of Wars. And we'll have to find out because the God of War remakes are in development. And yes, the remake collection is going to be 1, 2, and 3. And you just... I just have a feeling that they're gonna like fuck something up about the visuals or sense or something.
All the like extreme violence and like sexualization that's in them is gonna be gone.
If they do that, that would just be fucking trash. Because man, would I like to have the God of War games on PC? And it'd be nice, but I don't want any more modern God of War games. I'm sick of those.
No, I hate Dad Kratos or whatever the fuck they call him.
You hate God of Boy.
Reguline was so right. When I streamed that game, I streamed God of War 2018, and Reggie was there. And I remember playing that, and he was like, the best part is the opening section. It gets worse after that. And like, I'll play the opening, like, yeah, this is pretty actually all right. And then like the initial boss fight thing, it felt good. And then after that, the game sucked ass. Nothing was good. Like it just nothing was good after
They look
that.
like they suffered the same problem like all major Sony IPs do now, where they're trying to make them into this weird cinematic thing. It's like, no, make a video game, not a movie.
Yeah,
I have decided
God of War
chat,
is not
to
meant to be
hurt
cinematic.
Mamu. We must get Kibbs to play Blood.
Well, I think God of War has a lot of scenes that are very cinematic, but it's more of like an arena brawler kind of. Like you enter like in a stage and then you fight in that stage and then you move to the next thing. And the new God of War is kind of like third person like shooter vibes, and it just does not feel good.
Yes, chat. New fun. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
All
It'll hurt
Chatfish
me
are
and
prudes.
Mamu.
It will.
What are you even talking
Rapier
about?
must be there for the entire time.
Oh, I wasted so much money on that fucking game.
It was a game that would like there was like Kickstarter and whatnot for, and then it just fucking.
It was a
flopped.
rug pull, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It wasn't that the one where the director like dressed up as like Dracula.
Yeah,
or
he has
something?
this.
Yeah.
I am
fucking
Dracula. I
shady as
created
fuck.
Castlevania. I'm the greatest. But rug pull, they kickstarted, had an extremely successful Kickstarter, promoting 2D pixel art and it looked beautiful, and then they
it's, like,
went and
all
made everything
3D.
3D, and
And it's
it's the
ugly.
ugliest piece of shit I've ever
Oh
seen.
my god, that sounds absolutely ass.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is a couple
and then
years
he came
back.
out like months after release, and like, well, look, we fixed the game, we made it better. You can thank me now. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, the
did
guy
it-
kept
it
sucking him
affects-
off in like every correspondence to the public.
Even though I enjoyed a lot of the gameplay artistically, and the rug pull just counteract that completely.
They also released a separate game that is a 2D side scroll that it's nothing like. It's like a prequel or some shit, but like it's entirely different.
How do you do that? You like pitch a game, and I've seen this happen with other games too. Where, like they pitch a game in the trailer, and it's like, wow, that's so good. And then you play it, and like,
I actually
wow, this
have-
is not even remotely the same.
I have a big boxed collector thing with like a whole bunch of extra shit sitting on a shelf. Not because I'm like, oh, I really like this thing. I have it there as a reminder.
I can tell you what happens, Kibbs.
Those
It's
are
happened in
fun.
every major Kickstarter fund that becomes gigantic overnight. They see the fuck ton of money, and then they decide, let's do the lowest possible effort to save all the money we can. That's what happens. It has happened in literally every major Kickstarter campaign. The worst offender is, of course, everyone's favorite greaseball, Chris Roberts with Star Citizen.
Let's also not forget Mighty Number 2. Mighty
Mighty-
Number
yeah.
9. No, Mighty Number 2. Let's be honest.
But yeah. The Castlevania looks interesting as far as like music and art wise. It looks good. We'll wait to see for.
It looks
writing.
like it'll be a good entry into the Castlevania series.
It definitely blows.
God of War,
whatever the fuck that was. God of War.
God
out
of
the water.
God of Twink Boy.
Yeah, whatever that was. It blows that.
Oh.
Master Huntsman asks, have you ever played Dante's Inferno? It's like God of War based on Christian mythos.
I have not.
It's
on
I
my
played that a
list.
long time ago.
Chat, we can start a fund for Dante's Inferno.
The big thing that
Yeah.
makes me
I
interested in that
think
one is it's
that'll
a
get Kibbs yeeted.
it's a what?
There is nudity.
Oh, what? No, it won't. Nudity is fine in video games if you stream them. You just can't focus on it if it's there.
Listen, all I say is when he gets to the lust.
It would be like
that'll be
doing it.
interesting.
Imagine this. You know when we pause it when we're doing games and we do this Dono Wars and when we're just chatting with Chatfish for a moment. It's like a brief moment. If we did that during like the God of War scene where you're standing next to the chicks with their tits out, like that would probably get us in trouble because
All
then
right, chat,
Catfish,
you
you
know
heard
what to
him.
not do.
Well, hang on, Chatfish. You heard him. Nudity is fine, is within the context of gameplay. So obviously you can fund Evan Eckel and he'll have to be forced to play it.
you know.
It's an H game, by the way.
No, H games.
How about H? How about H Doom?
That's also
Let's just
not
make him
okay.
play H Doom, Mamu.
Now hold on.
No, he couldn't do that.
So Lucasfilm Games is making another Vijima game. Now they don't really
Wait,
make.
Lucasfilm's games still exist?
Yeah, they still do.
Revived in a way.
They sort of they're like a supporting studio, aren't they? Or did they change from that again? Either way, let's take a look at this. Goodbye, ad revenue.
Our newest racer has arrived.
I'm saying in advance.
Welcome to the Galactic League.
Oh no.
I hate that
Since
ship
you're
design.
here,
I hate it.
Why not take part in a friendly
getting speed
exhibition
racing.
race?
Is this pod racing, chat? Are we back?
Are we so back? Doesn't look like pods. Doesn't look like.
No, the pods are just on the side instead of in the front. It's fine.
Slightly
Well, they're
different.
kind of in the front. Oh well.
Look, see, isn't the single pod with the seat on it?
Oh my god, is this Burnout? The way they're showing this game.
Hold
looks
on,
like
hold on. He
Burnout.
was on like a motorcycle and he rammed another vehicle and the other vehicle exploded.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said, is this Burnout?
Kill it now.
Damn! He killed him. He killed him. He just fucking killed him. That was so out of.
Chad, is this the best Star Wars game?
This might be the best. That was
This
fucking.
might be the best Star Wars.
It just
Are we
kills
still
him in the intro.
Star Wars this time?
Just okay, random murder.
Look, it's a bot. It's not a person.
I know.
Wait, what does this actually with Star Wars again?
I don't know, but that was really.
I don't know.
funny.
This is just.
Where's the-
Burnout
where's the
like
murder?
Star Wars skin.
It's right here.
Oh,
That's so
he did
perfect.
that. He just killed him.
Why not?
Why shouldn't
For
he?
just no reason.
Why wouldn't he?
Like it
Kibbs,
caught
maybe
me
slow it
so
down.
off guard.
Well,
Hold on,
okay,
wait,
so you know what they're
Kibbs.
emulating? They're
Slow it
emulating like NASCAR drivers like Tony Stewart who would
Yeah.
fucking destroy shit when he would win.
Yep, because he's like super fucking like the adrenaline. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Stewart was known
Back-
for like breaking shit when he won.
Back it up and half speed it, Kibbs.
My
Back it
favorite
up.
Star Wars game is Random Murder.
Like that was so just out of the blue.
No,
just
Catfish, it's not murder, it's property destruction. So they had to
let's get rid of that audio.
Ronan,
Let's get rid.
Yeah. I-
So there's gonna be okay. So it's Burnout and Star Wars with random scenes of violence and murder. Just boom. That's just so
That
out
should
of.
just be the bit of the
Like,
trailer. Like,
fucking,
random
it just
and then that.
fucking kills him. Just boom. Does a spin. That is maybe a sign that this game might be okay.
Chad, is this the best game? Is this the best game of 2026?
This alien is the
No, that's
main
Venom.
character. He's
This might be
obviously
a runner-up.
that guy was supposed. Okay, so the blue helmeted dude is obviously the player, and then that
Mhm.
guy's the
Yeah.
antagonist. But like, oh my god,
I'm rooting for that guy.
I'm rooting for the guy that just murdered the robot.
For like
Best
no
racer ever.
unprompted, just fucking decapitated it.
Like just random. Like, guys, I have a great idea for a trailer. All right, let's do some racing. All right, like cars like smacking each other. Oh yeah, pretty good, pretty good. And then like we just kill a dude.
Like winning something and just running up to a vending machine and kicking the shit out of it. Like,
Just
what?
fucking murdered him. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh my god.
What's this game called?
I have no idea.
I think it's called Base Simulator. No kidding.
Based.
Okay, it's called
Galactic Racer.
Galactic Racer. Okay, that's
Okay.
that's a very 70s name. That's a very 80s arcade
Well, it's a
game.
very 70s IP, so that's fine.
That's true, I suppose.
Sturmrat says Cream Elemental.
It's for the
To compensate you for lost ad revenue.
Thank you very much. Very generous, little Sturm Fishy. He donates $3.50. That's probably
Yeah.
the ad revenue too. That's
He
probably.
says $3.50.
I might have to return a quarter. I think that's a bit more. Yeah, $3.50.
My choice,
Treat
fit
Fitty.
and cookie.
Nice. Wow, Rapier donates $5 and says Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Okay, who's the robot? Is it Hands?
Yeah. That's what Vino was saying earlier. He said
Kicks Hands.
robot is the hands with Aerith kicking his head off.
Oh my god. Is this gonna have okay, let's check Steam.
I think we know who wants to do the thumbnail for it.
Is this gonna have multiplayer? Because this would be hilarious. As long as they don't charge like $70 fucking for it. Okay. There. Oh, wait, it's already got a Steam
Beautiful.
page. Let's take a look. It's being developed by Fuse Games, whose record is I don't know. Fuse Games have produced nothing. This is their first game, and the publisher is called Secret Mode. Secret Mode has published some indie stuff.
Good. Backroom slop.
Double A stuff.
Beautiful.
This might be the biggest game they've ever published. Oh my god, Still Wakes the Deep. They published the Chinese Room's last good game before they made Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, Snake Pass. That's a. Oh,
That was a game.
That was
Her Majesty's Spiffing.
That looks so fucking British. They haven't
looks
really
like she goes
published
way big.
anything big before. This is like their biggest IP.
This is their big thing, yeah.
Okay, so this
What
is
do you
their
mean,
big.
the Backrooms is a multi-cajillion dollar IP.
Is it? Did they publish that?
No. Backrooms is worthless.
108,000.
Backrooms
Oh my
is
god.
just
Zoomer
like,
flop.
yeah, it's YouTuber bait.
So their publisher has never published for Lucasfilms before. So that's very interesting that they're publishing now. That's the same trailer. So it's got racing. Okay. What else do we know about it?
There's apparently total droid death.
Online PvP.
Total droid death. Nice. So it's a multiplayer racer. So basically, they finally decided to make a pod racer game after
Hold on,
30,000
let's see what
years.
languages are supported, Gibbs. On the right.
English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish.
There's expand. You can expand.
Why do you care? Arabic,
'Cause I'm just
Japanese,
curious.
Korean, Polish,
Arabic.
Portuguese, simplified Chinese, Spanish, Latin American version, traditional Chinese.
good.
and
More curious
Turkish.
about what languages are spoken, not so much the text.
Only English
Only
is
English.
audio.
Based.
Why the fuck did that's such a weird thing to fixate on? You know that? Like that's a weird thing. You're weird. You're a weird
Look,
person.
he wants the Anglosphere to rule all.
He wants to ink. Yeah, apparently. So let's see. The game boasts compete in high stake races, slam, stunt, shunt, and takedown. Yeah, it's Burnout.
Yep, it's Burnout Hover Edition.
Rival across varied circuits as you pilot land speeders, speeder bikes, and skim speeders, and pod racers. Okay, so there's different types of racing vehicles. Because I was wondering, like, it's not just pod racing, because it's like I saw speeder bikes too. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. What does that mean? Like, pilot a bike and you get extra points because you die? I don't know.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Just smear on the side of the track.
All the other races get guns except you. Have fun.
It just turns into death race. Nice.
Join the galactic race, an unsanctioned racing circuit. Being edgy and dark, kind of. Okay. And the lawless.
Oh yeah, like Star Wars
There's no way
Outlaw,
the Empire would allow that.
I mean, the fact that they had murder in the trailer outright was kind of amazing. A lone racer chasing revenge and glory. Glory. Build and customize your craft. Pilot different classes of repulsor craft, each with distinct physics and playstyles. Build a ride that showcases your style and gives you competitive edge.
You can design your own trash box.
Battle rivals in multiple game modes. Ride solo through a story-driven campaign of shifting alliances or brave strategic PvP grudge matches where reputation rides with you. Slut.
It's like when Need for Speed was doing its really edgy like stories, and they were like going on and on about how cinematic and blah blah blah. It's like you're racing. What are you talking about?
And then you get in my car and I press the gas pedal. Uh-oh, stop sign's coming up.
They need to have sexy alien babes as race sluts.
Now they'll have droids do it. They'll have droids in bikinis walk out, and you'll just look at run over.
Yeah, just get their heads kicked off.
Okay, so this might be one of those cute games. I imagine $40 is what I see this game being. To be honest,
30 or 40.
What if they release it at 20?
It's got Star Wars on it. It's gonna be at least.
Yeah,
40.
it's got to be.
Yeah, I know. It's not gonna be pretty.
It's got that franchise logo. They're gonna
block.
have to make it Star Wars because Disney's gonna want their royalty for the game.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have to upcharge it a little bit so they can actually walk away with a profit. Otherwise, Disney's just gonna cuck them out of money.
$80.
Disney's asking for really big royalties, apparently. What do they want? 50%? Jesus.
All right, so Kibbs. So far, chat.
I'm just in it for the money.
Kibbs is what? He's about a 50% rate on showing chat a new game that could be decent.
It could be decent. I mean, this one might be fun.
His first one was like this. I heard this could be neat. We showed it's just AI slop. Next one is disappointing God of War.
Yeah, AI slop, God of War, and then,
that mech one, yeah.
And Castlevania, which could be neat, and then this.
This might be neat, by the way. That's might like.
Yes.
Need to see actually. Wait, is there no gameplay in this? Where's the gameplay?
Is it just a cinematic trailer?
I think it's just the same thing we saw, basically.
It's very cinematic. I don't see actual gameplay. Because what's really going to set this apart is: does the racing feel good? Does controlling the repulsor craft feel cool and fun? Does piloting different vehicles? Oh my God! It's literally fucking what's his nuts? Shabalba.
Yeah, it's just that. Shabalba.
Shabalba. So whatever the fuck his name is.
Oh. Yeah, that's his name. Shabalba.
Is it Shabalba? I don't fucking remember.
This is the place with those announcements with the two heads. With the Bunta, or whatever the fuck.
Bunta. Oh my God. The best part about this is you can tell the crowds are PNGs.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most racing games do that. You have to have like super high detailed vehicles on the track.
Yeah, because you're not here to look at the crowds. You're here to look at your cars. I remember there was one sports game I played where you could customize your like fans. So when they did like the camera shot for your fans, it would like look at the fans.
Just all fat catfish.
Yeah, something.
All right, chat. Get the game mod in Chatfish in the crowd.
Just change the PNGs to Chatfish.
Yeah. Where they were cotton heads in the movie. So yeah, I saw that plague.
God damn. Shaboba. says Delber. Is it Shababa? I don't fucking know how to say his name.
I have
Stababa?
no idea. I don't know shit about Star Wars.
I don't know shit about this character. I just remember
It's
Squealy
just
saying,
all nonsense.
"Look,
the names
Shababa,"
and-
and I'm like, "Shababa?
Shababa.
Is that his
It's
name?
like the
Is that
noise a
his...
toddler would make trying to speak.
Shababa. 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 It does sound like a toddler. Oh my god. I think
Welcome to most Star Wars names, Gibbs.
Shababa.
Yep.
What should we call the antagonist for the race,
names are-
Lucas? Shababa.
The names are words spoken by toddlers. What did George, I have a giant fat gusset for a neck, Lucas mean by this?
Like, what should we call the bad like pirate like dude? Jabba.
The plot twist of this game is is that you're actually a droid.
What language do they speak?
And watching him murder
droid.
one of your other droids is like your main
Not
vengeance.
all organics.
That was your love interest, by the way.
Just kicks.
So which is worse, having your love interest get murdered in front of you or getting cucked? I'd say getting cucked.
Yeah, getting cucked. I'd rather her be murdered. I'd rather her be
I'd rather-
murdered.
We need to mod Gorlock.
At least she was loyal. At least she
Yeah,
was
at least I know I was the one inside her. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Protagonist
Protagonist could end up being Ray.
It's
That
me.
would
Oh
be
my god.
amazing.
Disney would
Skywalker.
absolutely want to pull that.
Disney, I don't think would want them to do that. I think they would blow a
That would be
gasket.
So funny.
That would be so
Takes the helmet off. Ray Palpatine.
Ray Skywalker. Ray Skywalker. And then when she says that, what's your name? Ray. Ray Skywalker. Because she
Just
can't
the way
act.
the helmet off is Palpatine.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. There's Star Wars. Like I feel like grifting on like just making fun of the new fucking Star Wars stuff is just
You
too
can make a pretty
easy.
penny,
It's too easy. Like I'm not gonna
but
do
it
it.
would put you in with a certain crowd, and I think you would rather die.
It's low IQ. Like it's too easy. I'm better than this. It's too easy. It's like kicking. It's like kicking a dead puppy. It's dead already. It's dead
Wow, Chatfish, you hear that? Kibbs kicks dead puppies.
Yeah, bitch.
This is another one I know a lot of people have been hyping about, or at least
Crimson Desert, yeah.
interested in.
So people hype the shit out of this game, but every time I see it, it
Korean
doesn't
MMO or
look that good.
It looks
Eh,
Chinese.
okay.
Single player open world is what it says.
I think it's Korean.
Master Huntsman donates $5 and
It's
says,
probably
"Munmuns
shit.
for Dante's Inferno fun. Let the demonetization begin." Insert Dr. Evil after.
Thank you for the donation. Well, chat, if you'd like to be a Dante fish, go ahead. Whoa. Thank you for the donation, little hunter fish. All right, so let's take a look at this trailer. See what this Vigima game's about. We got Durgan's. Durgan. Wow. So
Like,
yeah,
every game where you ride Durgan's fails.
what the fuck?
What?
That did not. Okay.
Okay, this escalated.
All right, it's prototype now.
What the fuck?
All right, it's back
Fantasy.
to it's for spoken.
That looked terrible. What the?
All right,
fu-
it's BattleTech now.
Uh-huh.
Oh no! It's like when I was 10, wanting to make a video game, and I was like, throw everything in it.
It is. The question is it good? Or is it
10-year-old
ash?
me would say yes.
10-year-old
But
me
10-year-old
was
me was retarded.
10-year-old me was retarded.
I mean, not that I'm less retarded now, but
I know, but I mean, we're all retarded when we're 10.
You're good.
looks like Elex. It does, kinda, right? What the
If you
fuck
were to
is
tell
this
me
game?
that
I
these
don't
were
know.
all scenes from different games, I'd believe you.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
What?
It's like 60 different games here.
Now, to be fair, if the execution's good, it could be amazing.
Ride
The
a
thing that makes me
fucking bear.
immediately thinks that this is
10 out of 10.
Chinese slop is the just obsessive amount of particle effects whenever stuff is happening.
Yes.
Yeah. The smoke
It's
effect
South
was
Korean.
terrible. What the fuck? Wait, if it's Chinese, why do they have Western dragons?
Oh my god, we need to stream this. It's so fucking random. I need to play this. What the fuck?
I learned nothing about what this game is.
I didn't either. All I know
learned
is
nothing.
I want to play it.
It's also going to be probably $80 for Kibbs.
Oh, finally a story trailer. Hold on. Okay, so we'll actually understand what the fuck is happening.
Citizens of Piewell. Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written. by our own hand.
We fight those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts who think themselves men. That is what it means to be a Creamy. The time has come to do what we believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within. And let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one. We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
The outfit.
The fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hand.
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Okay, so my apologies. It's not Chinese. It's Korean.
It is Korean.
It's made by. So Sudden Cringe was saying it's made by some people that worked on Black Desert.
You can tell, yeah.
But they wanted to go make their own thing. They were originally going to do MMO, but then they made it single player. That's what I thought too.
See,
so yeah, Korean.
If it was an MMO, I wouldn't be interested. Because it's single player, I'm kind of interested. Mostly because I played Black Desert Online.
I still don't know what the fuck is going on in this game.
I still also think a lot of that looks like Asian slop.
It does.
It
but
might
it
be.
encompasses apparently every genre.
But it might be funny. Because it looks like just a series of random shit, and it all looks funny. And
dragons, magic, mechus. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, it could still be fun. You could still give it a fair shot.
It could be.
I think this game's going to be an acid trip, and we need to play it. That's what I think.
Now, more importantly, let's take a look at what the deluxe edition, if it has early.
Oh,
Ooh,
hell yeah!
Called it.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god! Oh, no.
Oh, let's see
I'm
how
not
many goodies
seeing
you'll get.
anything at this
Oh, look,
time
a
about it.
shield.
Wait, why is there a thing that says full game? Like, is there a version that comes with like a quarter of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, deluxe edition. Good. We don't need it. Oh fuck!
Right,
It's still
I'll be
fucking
honest,
retardedly
It
expensive.
looks mildly interesting, but that's because I like dragons and mechus.
Yeah,
So
go ahead and scroll down, Kibbs.
The
whether
combat
or not
looks
it's actually
okay.
good, I couldn't say.
Yeah, just keep scrolling down to like.
Oh my god!
It's going on about the
somber.
gameplay, basically.
Oh no!
Look at that shield.
Yeah, let's see little bits of gameplay. So a living, breathing world.
Standard open world marketing.
Yeah, the living, breathing
no.
world is like that means nothing. But
That means nothing's gonna happen unless the player's there. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I like those.
What's the technology level of this civilization? Yes.
Yes.
So when do the starships show up?
We got robots. We got nano machines. We've got.
We've got
We've got medieval.
We got magic and shit. We got magic.
Wait, did Kibbs rip off Crimson Desert?
Oh, does a backflip off my balcony? You
don't have a balcony.
I don't. I live on the bottom floor. Does a backflip on my patio?
Does a backflip into a sea of Somalians?
Doesn't finish the backflip. Just kind of lands on his ass.
Turns into that scene from the Resident Evil movie where the guy's getting grabbed by zombies in the elevator.
Kids is gonna do that spy animation of him backflipping on the gallows.
They start eating me. White meat. It's like
It's more like they reach into your wallet.
Yeah, already reading the.
They leave me with rags.
Okay.
Take all them.
All right.
Yeah, you're not a cat or
Already-
dog. Why would they eat you?
The world is yours to explore as you will, and there are many paths for you to uncover. Ride various mounts from horses to wolves, even a dragon and
Even a
machines.
durgan.
Scale cliff sides and walls, which you can leap from to glide and to go through mystical gates to find yourself in the mysterious realm known as the Abyss. By the way, our company is called Pearl Abyss. You know, hint, hint.
Historically, like from the Finno-Korean Hyper War. My God.
Yeah, this is
historically accurate.
It's the Korean Hyper
Is there
War
more?
game. It's the prequel.
Give scroll.
It's the prequel.
Like I said,
Forge
I don't
your
know-
own combat.
I
Oh,
know
the
nothing
dragon's a
about this.
machine.
But like, It does look like an acid trip.
It does.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it's
then
like
you
got
use
guns, and then it's like sword combat with halberds, and then there's like
magic.
dragons and sonic attacks with spinning.
mechas
This
that
might be the best
fly
game ever.
with jetpacks.
This might be game of the year.
Or it might be abject.
Sorry,
option.
Menace. Step
Koreans, you get one or
aside.
the other.
Korean,
Sorry, Menace.
Korean hyper finish war game. Here we go. Korean.
Trust he's just like finish mention.
All right, the thumbnail for this is gonna be the Korean hyper hyper.
You have to have like.
I know who wants to draw that then.
Yeah.
Beano.
It's gonna be a Beano.
Cube will 100%.
This comes out in like March or something. Start a fund for it now. We need this thumbnail. We require it.
Yeah, next month I think. And it does. You do see some, just based on the description, some potential signs of Asian slop by reading the crafting and all of that exploring. You could very
I mean, it's a Korean game. You're gonna get that.
Yeah, it's like how well
the excessive
do they handle
particle
Asian
effects is
slop?
also usually a giveaway.
Yes, they love particle effects. Particle effects are kind of ass because like it just
especially because like right there, like you can't see your character or the enemy or what's going on.
And a lot of the time it's unrealistic, such as gunpowder does not blind you with smoke that
There was
much.
also sparks when they were weapons clashed. Excessive sparks.
I assume it's Unreal Slop as well.
It is.
This
Probably.
definitely looks. Yeah, looking at the smoke and the particle effects, it doesn't look like it.
Kaga says, "Will the thumbnail have the Giza mass autism array?"
Also, hold on.
hear me out.
Does she smack someone with her bow? And
Yeah,
then
she
sparks
does.
fly- She does, and there's sparks.
amazing.
She's deflecting his blade with the tip of her fucking arrow. By the
Her
way,
wood bow.
like the arrow, she's using the front of the arrow. Yeah, the metal of the arrow to deflect the fucking blade strike. That's so fucking acid trip.
No.
It's amazing.
So we got wushu with this, okay?
It's
also wushu.
fucking retarded. Oh my god! It's not. It's not the
also
Unreal
wushu.
Engine. Says Chow Chow.
Oh,
It's their own proprietary engine.
Chatfish are saying it's their own engine. It looks like Unreal.
It has
so
to
that's
be.
not
I think
good.
if I would guess, I think Black Desert uses its own. I think they're just using that again.
Yeah, because I bet they licensed the engine because like notice how the performance rate doesn't look like it's
Yeah,
shitting
it
itself.
looks like Unreal.
It is. It's the Blackscape engine.
The Blackscape
Okay, so
engine.
it's a
Space.
The
Black
one-
space.
The one thing about that engine that's good is that it doesn't run absolutely like ass like the Unreal Engine does. At least last time I
It's
tried
not
a game on.
Chinese flop. I mean, if China had their way.
Chat is
You're right,
Korean
Commissars
slop.
are. It's not Chinese slop. It's Korean.
I want my
When we
Korean
get in the-
slop.
yeah, but it's once again, it's a South Korean game, man. North Korea is just underrepresented in
North
video
Korea-
games.
I'm
Those
sorry, you
70
mean
bucks,
West
like
Korea?
Jesus Christ, why God? Why God? Why?
Because Kibbs, remember the other big Korean game? Oh, we wanted to make sure people knew our game was high quality, so we charged 70.
Fucking. What the hell was that? Stellar
Stellar
Blade.
Blade.
I could buy
It's
a
the same
whole
thing,
extra
Gibbs.
jug of peanut oil for that extra.
Fuck.
Take peanut oil. Go, 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 go. Don't drink it, Chad. Don't drink it.
That's
Give
for
us the
frying,
real
not for
Korean
drinking.
games.
Catfish
All right,
explodes.
Catfish. That means everyone has to play Blue Archive now. I'm sorry.
Fuck.
Ugh.
Well,
So-
we can skip this. We've already went over all that
Next
with that
article.
massive post.
Mythic says in other vids it showed
Oh.
camp building, sending camp followers to do missions, farming, and a crap ton of other stuff. Yeah.
It's basically a single
See?
player MMO is what it is.
Yep. That's what
Which could
Chatfish
be
were saying.
interesting.
It might be fun. I mean, the thing is, World of Warcraft in a single player mode, it kind of be kind of cool, just to mess around in and explore by yourself. But at the same time, it'd be kind of weird. It'd be like empty. So I'm wondering if it's gonna have that feeling of like you're just like wandering around, like God, I feel so lonely. Because that's what World of Warcraft feels like when you go to a server that's like new or doesn't have any people on it, because it's like they just made it. Like it felt like that on Fizzcrank when I first went there, because it was right at the launch of Wrath. They opened it up, and my dad and I transferred to that server, and like we were running around, and we're like, wow, there's like nobody here. There's like nobody here. Just like go to the city. There's like a dude, and he like looks at you and he waves at you, and like you wave back to him, and it's like, yeah, I'm the only one here.
And then he tries to lure you into a dark alley.
It's like no, no.
Wow. Plague says you're lying. Stellar Blade is $60.
Like fucking anytime like the Koreans like mess up, like throws himself onto the muddy water as the Koreans just like
And he,
step
like,
on his back. He's like
Japanese or Korean stuff. He's such like a simp for them.
he
Like-
just like fucking crawls
He
on the
begs,
ground like
"Step on
The
me,
developers
step on me
said that
harder."
the reason they were charging what they were was because they needed
Yes,
people to know, not because they thought the game was worth 60. It's because that's what high quality
they
games are
wanted
priced
people to
as.
think it was premium, as opposed to it being a good product.
what did Plitch
Like is demanding.
Show
you
the
know,
DOA
just
teaser, you
spamming
coward.
Mm-hmm.
DOA in my DMs. What are you gonna do for me if I do?
Nothing.
Also, Ponderson says Stellar Blade is 70 euros. Fuck off, Blake.
Oh my god, Plague, you lying little
Just lying.
slut. That means it just has regional pricing, probably.
Sudden Cringe is saying apparently they're going to add multiplayer if the game does well enough, since it has multiplayer engine to begin with. It's not hard.
Oh, it could be cool
Well,
as like a co-op game with like friends.
Yeah, we'll see what like the trailers make it seem like it's absolutely bonkers.
Question is it actually bonkers when you play? If it's like bonkers like
Yeah.
that, like when it comes to games, I want games to be mostly sincere. But if you're gonna be an acid trip, then just go all in. Just go. Don't hold back.
You go crazy. Just go crazy. It could that could actually work. Hey, here's just all this crazy world for you to have fun with. Okay, fine.
It will be fun in the sense that it's just so much random shit that it'll overload my brain. But
Yeah.
I won't learn anything from it, I'll tell you that much. Discord walks back age verification fears for most users. This is, by the way, their copium. So it's not necessarily that they are walking it back like majorly, but yeah, so Discord says most users won't face ID checks or face scans for age verification. Discord's basically shitting itself at this point, by the way. Platform will use AI-powered age prediction, actually, based on existing user data, instead of universal biometric verification. So it's
Oh
just
my
going to
gosh.
guess based on what you do in Discord how old you are.
So let me translate this. They were afraid of getting sued to Kingdom Come, so they said, "Fuck it, we'll do some weird squirrely AI shit that it's like in a gray area."
And it won't work either, too, by the way.
It won't work either. Yeah,
Because
they aren't walking it back. They're just offshoring it.
that still means that it's not going to know what your age is. So if there's a kid, like let's say
It's going to assume.
a kid on a server he shouldn't be on or she shouldn't be on.
Wow, like a Reguline.
Yeah, and then like they're gonna be, and it's not gonna figure out that because they're on a server. It's gonna judge based on what you do. So okay, so that means they're stalking you. We already knew that. And so not only do we know that, but they're also not only stalking us, but they're also like, oh, what is he? Where is he? What's he doing? Like, what's he? Yeah, like we know what he's
looking
doing.
at his weird snake women. What the?
Oh
fuck?
my god, I like.
Yeah.
Drops the like.
I
Just
like
looking
that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just look at this. At most, they'll be able to predict maturity level, but age? No,
Wow.
it's like no, you're not gonna be able to tell that just from Discord messages or Discord posts. That is just if you were to base that. God, just thinking about mathematically how you go about this, they're not gonna be able to predict what they want to predict. It's just not. Oh, it drives me up the wall because the math. This is not how the math adds up if you're gonna base on Discord data. That just no.
You're better off just coin tossing each person. You're better off.
Yes, quite literally, because it's so much more complicated than that. And let's face it, the Silicon Valley oligarchs over in Discord in the toilet bowl that is Silicon Valley, and yes, I will call it a toilet bowl. It's like they're just
Literally
getting
and
bad worse and worse at
figuratively.
their
Imagine
job.
the smell over there.
Yeah, imagine that, chat. I mean, they don't clean up after there. But so before I get too much into that joke, there is such brain drain in that area. It's not even funny. They're just bad at their job. It's like, this is gonna be shit. It's like anybody wants to get an honest work done in the AI field doesn't work in these companies.
No, they're in it for a quick buck.
Yes, it's like you get your 300 grand salary, and then you ball before the black hole of the money sink dries up.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the reality, Chatfish. I'm going to break it to the bucket fishies who don't know this. Anything you do online is not only traceable, but knowable, right? Like, there are things I do online and that we all do online where it's like, yep, it would be embarrassing if they found out that we typed in Big Mommy Milkers, to Google.
You hear that, Chatfish? They know your tags.
But the reality is that it happens, all right? And so the way you kind of have to look at it this way, Chatfishes, is that it is what it is. It's shit, and you just kind of have to ignore it. Because as of right now, there's not a whole lot we can do.
Nope.
Oh yeah, what I'm doing right now? Well, I don't know because I'm not the government. You tard. The blank is so dumb.
See, it's a trick question. He's thinking about Maria Rose.
Yeah, we already know what he's thinking about because he's predictable.
Kabazar's Art Stone Age both went big mommy milkers.
Oh my god. This is where you're wrong, Gibbs. I steal McDonald Wi-Fi. You think that shit's secure?
Yeah, wait until people realize that VPNs don't actually hide what they're doing.
Listen, it's okay when the feds show up and you're like, wait, what's going on?
I saw the tag you looked at. Curious.
Curious. Let's discuss your preferences.
Let's compare tags. Like what?
Oh. The Fed is more degen than you are.
Probably.
I'm trying to quote that scene, but I can't. It's like kneel, and then you kneel before them. It's like, now rise, Darth Degen. My apprentice.
Rise, Coomer Sidious.
Darth Degen the Wide.
You'll be my apprentice.
The deepest of the Sidious Gooners.
Now let me, the CIA, give you a gun. No kidding. Just like,
Bucky just walks in.
Oh shit!
I knew it.
I always knew it. Brazil became #1 at another ding. Another ding? Oh my god! Destroy Bino.
Yeah.
He's like, not space travel.
Yeah. It's not surprising that they're trying to do this weird PR cope thing. They're not going to walk it back. Basically, every Euro country is going to get absolutely butt fucked by this. It's still up in the air here in the U.S. because we have very different laws compared to most everyone else. So, but I mean, obviously, some of the people speaking out against it did something.
Yeah, likely because Discord's a U.S. company, and let's face it, if the federal government looks at this and goes, "You're violating privacy way too much. Why don't we crack our knuckles and have a little chat out in the back room here?"
Well, it's going to be less that and more like, all right, look, we're going to charge you unless you give us the data. That's what it's going to be.
So, yeah, because jokes aside,
it's for security.
The federal government is also stupidly invested in the AI race, and let's face it, Discord is any source of data, including Discord, they're going to try and get their grubby little hands on, and let's face it, that taxpayer contractor, government contractor money speaks big.
Yep.
All right, so we will look at the
Go ahead.
DOA trailer because fucking Plake will then owe me animations. He said so in my DMs.
New Discord ownership ties to Yeah, well, that's not surprising.
Blake's like, what? Like Pikachu faces. Show it.
Chatfish. Kibbs likes to show this thumbnail off. You could start a fund for Crimson Desert, and we could get a thumbnail just as good as this.
Do it with your cube in it.
It's like stick figures. Just like, you lied to us.
Bino spends 20 hours just drawing an immaculate Yakub in the background, and everything else is just a sketch.
Just to confirm, DOA is just a Gunner game, not a hentai game.
Yes.
You're just double checking.
It's a Gunner game. There are
Gunner
hentai
fighting
spinoffs, but they're not on Steam.
So it's all good. My ears! Alright, so let's see what the...
All I'm saying is a majority.
It has esports as a tag. Are you fucking shitting me?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
that's a fighting game
on
that
Arrival.
tries to have tournaments.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
All of the Dead or Alives do that.
Alright. Gooning time. What?
Wait, how
There
many times
isn't
have they
hentai
released
spinoffs, says
DOs?
Blake.
That's the new version of 6, but show the teaser for 7. Oh my god, you owe me 2 animations. Look, you're gonna look at this one. Yeah, women beat each other up. If they looked like that, they would not fight. They would not.
No, they'd be showing their titties on the internet.
Oh, they actually are doing that?
Yeah, but they're not making money.
Capcom is.
Well,
Wow! Snap a shot of that.
We know
cooch.
exactly where that photo would
yeah,
go,
that's what I was
where
gonna
the
say. Like,
camera
that's
would
just gonna go right into the crotch. Come on now.
That's a nice camel toe you have there. It's like, what? Enhance.
Labia pose.
The petals of justice. For justice.
The roast beef of use.
Oh my god, that's worse.
Rumble Roses for the PS2 was better, says Alibi.
None of them are good. That's the funny part.
Most modern fighting games aren't that good. I'm with Robin on this.
I don't really like fighting games.
Fighting games are bad. Dead DOA is just gooner bait.
Yeah. Take that, Plague. He's like, now it would make me animations. He's like,
Pibble toe. Oh god.
oh, where the fuck is this thing, you dumbass? You just sent me a bunch of random shit. I'm actually mad at you because the fucking
Teaser for 7 is only on Twitter.
Fucking dumbass.
He wants you to look it up. He won't send it to you.
Dumbass.
I sent you. He
that?
says.
Dumbass making me.
You said meta play because fuzzy. What did I do?
No, I'm mad at Plague because being a dumbass making me have to go.
I like how Kibbs gets upset.
He says me
fuzzies
like
what I do.
No, he sent me like 60 fucking things with this shit he didn't want shown. It's like, fuck. Dumbass. Dumbass. It's you. Flower petals. See? Petals. Wah. 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 The quality of this video is
Ninja
really
Gaiden.
bad. Oh my god, what the fuck? Why is it so bad? What the fuck? Oh my god, it can only be 720p. Rip.
Oh my god. In modern day?
Let me go get the fucking CRT to Team Checha. That was it.
Joey Tecmo.
Level up your happiness. Oh my god. They're fucking
Immediately
Play our
charges your
Warriors
credit card.
game.
That was it? Okay, yeah, they're making a game, I guess.
That
More
was,
importantly than Plague's stupid fucking stupidness. So, this game Plague sent me is actually from my childhood. At least one of them is in there. The weird side-scroller one that was really awful and you had to guess where you were going to land. This game is going to be delisted. So if you want to get it, your time is running out. Oh, goodbye, revenue again.
Oh god.
Bucket fish! Oh, that one right there. Yes! Love that game. Oh my god. Yeah, it could be the Raptor. I'd never played that one.
He just had a bazooka.
That looks so weird. That's the Game Boy Color version, I'd guess. That's just the Game Boy version.
I don't think I've ever played this.
What was Sega's handheld called?
I don't remember.
Sega
There was a
had
Jurassic
handheld?
Park game on. Yeah, there was a Jurassic Park game on it.
Oh. Neat.
Old video games. But yeah, it's nice that they were on Steam. But what's bad is they're going to be not on Steam. Those are Sega Genesis ones. The best. That game's so bad. Like, you have to jump and guess. Like, because the screen wasn't wide enough. Oh my god. I died on that one stupid level in the fucking Avery place like a billion times.
Oh, it's limited run. Those guys, the entire marketing for that is buy it before it's gone. It's only it's literally limited run.
Yes, which is really scummy. It should stay on Steam. But it's also a movie license game, which means that their license expired.
Yeah, well, limited run also does that. That's the entire company thing.
I heard that they're not doing particularly well. But yeah, so
Shocker.
the big thing with this is that if you want to get these retro games, there's limited time to do it. It's a bit overpriced. Realistically, it should be like, I'll be real with you, it should be $10. Like, it's not even all the Jurassic Park games. Like, it doesn't even have Jurassic Park Trespasser or shit like that. Like, it should
Well,
be
once
$5.
again, it's limited run. They're banking on the get it before it's gone.
Yes, I already own a lot of these on Sega Genesis. I own both Sega Genesis ones. And honestly, I don't really care about the other ones. Like, I got this one on Sega Genesis. Oh my god, it's so weird. You can actually see what the pixels are.
It was the Game Gear.
And
the
it honestly looked better on the CRT TV, I will say. It was very creepy, this one. Yeah. Very eerie. But yeah. So I figured I'd let you know. Either way, I think that, yeah, hopefully it's not delisted before the 25th. Why, you want to get it for the 25th? I have no idea when it's going to be delisted. An update regarding the collection. We wanted to give you an early heads up. The Jurassic Park Games collection will no longer be available for purchase on digital storefronts after March 31st, 2026. If you already purchased the game, don't worry, you'll still be able to re-download and play it any time. In the past, we learned how important it is to provide plenty of notice and stuff like that. Well, okay, whatever. Yeah, so pretty much, if you want to get this, the time to get it is limited. So, yeah. Just remember that. This is a big problem with movie license games, and I will continue to say it, chat. If you see a movie license game and you're like, oh, I really want to get that, and that looks interesting, get it. Movie license games are, the biggest problem is because it's a license that's in multiple hands, it's the first thing to usually be the casualty. Because while there is things like SKG for like MMOs, there's really nothing really being done to preserve like these games. These games are kind of in this weird zone where they're just forgotten forever. And the movie license games, there's a lot of bad ones, but there are so many good movie license games that I could literally list like 30 of them for you. Like the Lord of the Rings ones, I know it's cheating, but like, yeah, there's so many. And they're delisted and they're removed. You can't get them now, which is a shame because a lot of them are actually really good and were made by incredibly competent studios. And even some of them even had like the actual actors from the movie show up. Like in the case of other games, right, and movie license games, one that's a bit better is Paramount is a little bit better with other companies because Paramount usually doesn't care if the Star Trek games stay up. They're pretty cool with it, despite the fact that they're kind of a terrible company otherwise. Like, for example, GOG has Star Trek Elite Force Voyager, and it's got the original cast from the TV show voice acting and reprising their roles. It's insane. And Ravenclaw did a great job on that game. Absolutely bang out job. They do good games. But yeah, figured I'd mention it. Beware. RoboCop is one of the more recent ones. Yeah, RoboCop is a more recent one. It was received relatively well. It's not for me. It's a little still on the jank side. I think they really need to work on their fucking weapon control. I know some people like it, but I'm picky when it comes to my shooters. I want them to be of a certain caliber. I get mad. I'm very picky when it comes to shooters. They have to be good. Now, Chatfishes. We will be rating into the next stream, where there's going to be some drama. It will happen, and there will be some horrible things, unfortunately, happening there. So it'll be quite tragic. There might be screaming at other people. There could be things that could be said that could be taken out of context and do irreparable damage to myself and others. So I'm just forewarning you of all the bad things that are about to unfold in the next stream. Because it's going to be bad. It's going to be, there's some really bad stuff happening. It's going to be Squealy dying again.
God's willing.
God's willing. And if Indio dies, like God willing, I will strangle him.
Oh, that's right. Indio has to be here for that too.
Yeah, he's going to be late. I know. So we'll see you in the next stream, chat. See you in the next stream. See you in hardcore, fishies. Like,
see ya.
I lied. I forgot to set up the back end to raid into it. So hold on.
God fucking damn it.
Jab is like, well, God, you give. Like, fuck. Okay, hold on. I got it. All right, now I'll see you in the next stream.